Norwegian. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Spanish all good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Back Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Spanish all good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Bon Jim. Back Norwegian. Back in your heart. Good my Norwegian. And I see us. Roll the red hot gates.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to welcome to another DaraChat. I know I love the Muppets too, but sometimes they can get a bit wacky. But anyway, my my name is Dara. Oh, actually, sorry, it's Daramuth or Dara for short, because certainly the English language still has troubling for some people well into their 50s. Okay, all right. I know some of you out there. You try to get fancy with your words. You say, "Look at me, I'm splendiferous." I'm like, someone was reading a thesaurus and didn't really look up the word, did they? It's just a shame, just a shame. But anyway, I get to have on the Mister himself, Mister Tyler. Of to be honest, I thought you would have gone for like the trifecta of T's right there. Tyler today's troubles. See, that would have been something right there. What is Tyler's troubles? Well, let's watch and find out.
Oh, you don't want to know about my troubles. That's not news.
Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Come and tune at 7 p.m. tonight.
So what is a mooth? What is a Daramuth?
Well, funny enough, well, there's really no meaning behind it other than I was playing around with the word vermouth. And vermouth, for those who know, is an alcoholic drink. I don't drink alcohol. I just like the sounding of the word because the word sounds different than how it's spelled, right? You know, it's spelled like Vermouth. So let's say vermouth, right? That's how it would be spelled by how it looks. But it's not how it's spelled. It's spelled vermouth. And so I was like, well, that's a pretty interesting word. And I played around with it. And a while back, before I was able to change my handle on X, thank goodness, it was Veramuth. That was sort of the first stage of it. And then after that, Daramuth was kind of born from that. And I was like, another part of it too was like, I'd want to be able to go in a place where I don't have to use numbers at the end of my name. Because that was a frustrating thing. So yeah, that's sort of born out of that and just the sounding of the word vermouth. So
Yeah,
Really,
there's something about having a name on any platform, like especially for video games. When I was younger, there's something
yeah.
about having a name where you don't have any numbers in it, where you're like, I'm the original.
That's right. And I used to play ye old RuneScape, and I had to use numbers at the end of a name. A name I thought was significant. Then I found out, oh, there's like 1,000 other people using it, so I might as well just try something. God dang it!
Yep.
But yeah, I was born out of that because I didn't. Because again, it's like it is a difficulty thing if you think about it when you're trying to go to a website and you're like, oh man, I have this cool, awesome name, and then you find like Kitty Lick like 27 is already taken. You're like, okay, I gotta figure out something else.
You know what's really annoying is when you go to sign up for something and you try to use your actual name
Yeah.
and that's taken.
Who
You're like,
has
oh wow, I am no longer me.
Dylan Trollpopper? What the hell? Who has that name? Who has it?
Right.
If you have a
Well, I mean,
name,
like you look at my name on Twitter and it's like, how the fuck is there another Tyler Rittenauer? What the there shouldn't be another there should be enough name combinations in the world where there's not another Tyler Rittenauer, but evidently there is. So
someone just said like they saw you like you did. I need a name without a number, and they said I just put my full name on there.
here's
Bam.
this guy. Yeah.
Here's this guy, and then someone's trying to take my name. Well, and the funny thing too is that's the thing with X now is that they allow you to. Well, first off, it was if you were a premium subscriber, or I think it was premium plus. Well, if you're a premium plus subscriber, you could get the first nabs on your own at. Like if someone else hadn't but wasn't using it, you could have that at, like at Tyler whatever or
Yeah.
at Sprinkles. Um, but I only have premium. I don't have like premium plus. I'm not gonna pay that much for something. I just need like extra wording.
I like my basic check mark. Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to be able to just put as many words as I want and that be it.
Right. That's all I need. Thank you.
That's all I need. If I want to write a book, they better hope and pray I can do it.
Right. Or like my friend, if you want to write a whole article on X, like I want to be able to do that in one tweet. None of this where I have to split it up shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, there are certain instances where that is kind of the point because I do know that it's very frowned upon to put your links in the first post.
Yes,
The-
yes.
yeah.
The replies are for where you link your socials and stuff. You never put that in the main tweet. You do that, you're a douche.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I think it counts against you, like in getting seen, as far as I remember. Like
Oh, I wouldn't
Rock.
doubt it. Yeah,
Yeah.
visibility.
Yeah. Well, part of it was like I think the story was that it was X, like X wants to keep people on their platform and all that stuff. So putting links in like the first post, like drawing them away and all that stuff, and they're like, no, that's bad, which is understandable. It's a business thing, right?
YouTube does that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. YouTube has a grip hold on the world. All right.
Yeah,
There's no
YouTube doesn't like you commenting your socials, and they don't like you having them in the descriptions really either. I still do it because like why wouldn't I? But
Yeah.
I know they don't really like us doing it.
Now I don't know, do you use because I use like Linktree to kind of do that where I just put one link and that's it. Because some of these people, look, Tyler, some of these people out there, they have like 7 to 8 to almost 15 links and they put it all in the description. I'm like, can I not
I
have
got like
this?
3. I don't have the link tree stuff, but I only have like 3 links. It's like follow me on YouTube, follow me on Rumble, follow me on Twitter. Like that's all you need.
That's basic. That's a trifecta right there. Hey Joey, how's it going? Nice to see. I hope
Oh.
you're feeling better after last time.
Was he not feeling well?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't feeling well. I think he was sick with like the flu or something, but he was not feeling all that great last time he was on. So,
Mm.
I think was when he was on, it was during when Mamandi was getting voted in. So that was a fun time for all those in New York. So hopefully Joey's enjoying that mayorship because he lives in the area.
Yeah.
But oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I just covered a story with Mom Donnie. There was a guy who's schizophrenic charged a cop with a knife. Obviously, dude got shot because charged a cop with a knife.
Yeah.
And Mom Donnie said that there shouldn't be any criminal charges for the dude that charged the cop. He was like, getting shot was enough, and he shouldn't be charged.
Well, I mean, if he's dead, sure, yeah.
He's
I mean,
not
they
dead.
become. Oh, he's not dead. Well, then never mind. You
Stable
can't.
but critical is what the article said.
Well, if that turns stable, well, if he turns into critical, then no charges, right? Like if he gets the
If he dies, there doesn't need to be a case.
yeah, you can't charge a dead man with that. Why not?
Well, I mean, the United States government can indict a ham sandwich, as they say, right? So that's not entirely true. You could be dead and they can charge you.
I'm waiting for the day when they have to exhume a body and then they have to bring it to court and said, Mr. Rutherford, I know you've been dead for over 10 years, but we need to find out what you did with all that
I,
cash you stole from the government.
I have the answer to that, Daramuth. What'll happen, right, is the government will just get an animatronic, a robot, right? And then
Yeah.
they will download all of your social media posts and create an AI in your likeness, and they will charge that. They'll put that on trial. So even though you're dead and gone, they'll use a facsimile of you.
Yeah. So you say you like that stellar blade. I see. It's a very voluptuous lady right there. I think we need to put him in contempt for such voluptuousness.
You know, the unfortunate thing about that is, like, people like me, right? If someone ever did that to me in the future, where they took all my social media, it wouldn't be like truly me. It would just be all the like douchebaggy, trolly comments that I could ever think of. And now it would just make a personality based on that part of me.
That's true. But then again, your post would have to still be there though, because your stuff could be all deleted by the end of it. Well, technically it's deleted, but it's not deleted, right?
Right.
It's sort of how they tell you at a social platform, say like YouTube, right? They delete your stuff, but it's not really deleted because they have to keep it for a certain amount of years. Yeah, it's not deleted. But yeah, that would be interesting. Now, Mr. Tyler, you say you were calling that Asian man what again?
I played the fifth.
Yeah, I plead the fifth. You can't plead the fifth here. You're a dead man. You're gonna keep talking, or we're gonna walk.
You know what I'll do? Yeah, I'm on my deathbed, and what I'll do is I'll just, like, every 5 minutes I'll tweet plead the fifth. That way, when they download my Twitter, it's just half of what I say is pleading the fifth. Maybe that'll work. You got a loophole.
Yeah, they'll just be like, "Sir, what did you say?" I plead the fifth. No, you can't keep doing that. I plead the fifth. Oh, good lord! Can someone please stop this man? Oh, that'd be hilarious. But I mean, I mean, it's possible that you can have something like that in the future. But I mean, at this point, you're gonna end up having people make AI versions of somebody.
Yeah, that'll happen quicker.
And Joey said it's like that Dave Chappelle skit, fifth. I don't know what Dave Chappelle skit he's talking about. I haven't watched the only Dave Chappelle skit I know is the one where he had Wayne Brady on. All right, that's the only one I know. All right, does Wayne Brady have to choke a witch? Oh goodness, but so how do you know Joey then? Because it seems like he knows you pretty well.
Joey and I, we met last year around this time, actually, on Tim Pool's Discord. I started becoming more active there and was trying to branch out into the community and, meet some friends online. And he was doing a show. I had just started posting videos and stuff again for news, and he let me go on his show. We've had some really funny nightcaps and shows and stuff like that, and it's been good ever since. Basically, we've just been friends ever since.
Nice, yeah, because when you made that post, I can't remember. It was like the replying to why I posted for like the links and stuff. It was like, hey, I know that guy. The funniest one was I had Rants. It was on Pickaxe, but I had Rants reply to post and says he talks a lot. I don't know if he was talking about me or you, but
I do talk a lot, so it very well could be me. It just depends on what the topic is, because I will talk. I talk honestly too much. Like for example, I went on Jeff D of Thoughtcast. I went on his show not long ago, Deep Thoughts. And
nice.
I talk too much. I like cut him off at the start, and I apologize to him after. It was worse in the moment than when I went back and looked at it, and it wasn't as bad. But yeah, I do talk quite a bit.
Tell that motherfucker he should keep his mouth shut. Joey Cannoli says I'm the puppet master. I don't know about that. I don't think you want to be pulling his strings. That might lead to somewhere different. But anyway, I'm a
Yeah,
real boy now.
that's an inside joke. Joey's my handler.
Joey's
Yeah, Joey's my handler.
he's your Muppet master, basically. He just
Yeah,
reaches
yeah.
right up in there.
I'm his Mossad agent, you know.
Messiah.
He tells me where to go, you know, who to talk to.
You say blah, 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 all that stuff. Goodness sake. I come here in the name of Joey. He's come to set you free. Poosh. Oh goodness, that's too funny though. But yeah, because I think that was well, I think when I had him on or somewhere I think that's where I met you from because you had just popped out of nowhere, as most people do. Because I have a lot of people who pop out of nowhere, or I pop into their out of nowhere. I don't know. The point of the matter is though, you came out of nowhere, and no, it's nice to get you on. Because obviously, I do this thing where I talk to a lot of different people, creator or not. And it's always interesting to hear what people say and stuff, and all that jazz because I didn't know what to do with it, right? Content creation, just saw other content creators do it, and then someone in the chat once said, "Hey, you should get what do you do? Oh, great content creator!" And they said, "Oh, get a mic and camera and all that stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, that seems easy, but gosh dang."
Yeah. Yeah, what I tell everybody when they're like, "Oh, how do I start out?" I always tell them, "Well, you just kind of start doing it." Like,
Mm,
I was making videos like 3 years ago with a really old laptop, and I was just doing what I could.
yeah.
Um, and then what was it? Hang on one second. Um, but yeah, no, I was doing what I could, and then what is it? I just started recording on my phone, and
Hmm.
I would make thumbnails like on my phone. I just started using my phone for everything I could.
Right.
And that's the thing too, right? Is like everyone has their smartphones nowadays.
Yep.
Just pull out your smartphone. Your smartphone's gonna have a better camera than most cameras you can buy online anyway at lower price ranges.
Yeah.
And even then, you can get like a $40 camera and just get like a decent little microphone.
Mm,
And you just start doing it. Whatever you want to do. You always want to do something that you're interested in.
mm,
Otherwise, you end up making content for other people, and what you really want is you want to make content like for yourself in a way,
mm.
because it eventually, like, you got to think about, 3 years down the line, do you want to still be making content that you don't actually care about, you're just doing it for other people, or do you want to continue to do stuff that you actually wanted to do?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously, because I mean, you've already seen like stories of all the content the creators that get burnout and all that stuff. And it becomes apparent after a while, especially when like, hey, I need to take a break for a week or whatever, and or a month or all that stuff. Um, for me, um, I do it because I didn't really see anyone else do it. Well, first off, for going back to like the reason stuff, like I saw that reasoning stuff and I went to go ahead and try it and just kind of try different things to get to this point. But the other part of it was too is that um it really was. I didn't really see anyone try to do what I was doing or wanting to go for in that retrospect. Because usually, majority of the time, it's just creators bringing on other creators. Those are usually the shows you see out there. Like, oh, here's this whatever. And I understand that, but at the end of the day, though, there's so much more opportunity with people who aren't content creators than that are, and I found it fascinating because some people don't show their face, and that's okay. I don't care either way, but at least you can be heard. Have a mic so somebody can hear you. Um, but yeah, the other part too is that later on, I learned that at least for myself that having that um mic and camera may not be like the best starting point. Like you were alluding to, is that it's better to have um it is better to have a reason of why rather than just a mic and camera, because if you don't have that reason then you're really not going to go very far and you tend to burn out.
Yeah,
uh,
if your reason is I want people to watch my stuff, and it's like, well, why are they going to watch your stuff? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like you're talking about, you're like, oh, I didn't see other people doing what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and that's exactly the point. It's like, don't just be in. I'm not saying don't be another. If someone's already doing something, I'm not saying you can't do it. What I'm saying is like, if you're gonna do it in your own way,
Yeah.
and then do it for yourself. Like do it because you want to. Don't do it because you're like, oh, I want to get views.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I think I don't know if people understand or not, but like the whole sphere of content creation is what I call it. The content creator sphere is an ocean, and combining all the platforms together because there's so many platforms out there now. Some are new and popped up and been in for ages, but like there are so many platforms out there now, and it's a huge ocean. And you pretty much have different platforms, but you have people on there pretty much doing the same thing. Oh, they're doing gaming, they're talking about politics, they're doing this and that. At a certain point, you're basically in the same boat like someone else is. You're just trying to make your voice a little more recognized and stuff. And yes, there are billions of people in this world, but I mean, you only have so much time, and people are gonna go for what attracts their eye or whatever.
Yeah.
At least it's what I've come to understand. But it was one of those things where, after a while, I was like, I'm just gonna do this thing because of the value I see it have, which is just conversations with just a bunch of different people about whatever. Because again, usually, when you have doing the content creator stuff, you have people who do shows that are very um topic centered, which I understand, right? You gotta, you want to have something to talk about, or have a direction because you have someone on who doesn't know or whatever. But for me, I can't, because I mean I could, but I can't because it's already been done 1,000 times over, and majority of the time it's either something about Hollywood, entertainment, or politics, and I could just give a shit all, to be honest. Because it really doesn't. At a certain point, there is a point where it matters, and then it's like 10% matters, and 90% is just talking in circles, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't, and I just can't do it. And I don't want to bring people on just like, hey, let's talk about this movie that just utterly failed, or let's talk about DEI, or
How
let's talk about
aren't doing how politicians aren't doing anything still again,
yeah.
or they're doing things but not the things we want
Yeah.
again.
Let's circle yeah. the Jen Paskey. Let's circle back to that.
Circle back to that. Exactly what you're talking about though is what Joey does. Joey's nightcap show. He does a similar thing. He doesn't. I ask him all the time when I go on to the show. I'm like, so what's the topic tonight? And he's like, topic.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean topic?
What show do you think you're coming to?
Yeah, you don't need a topic. You just start talking, man.
Yeah, that's very true. And I didn't see very many. Well, I'm not out there exploring, other platforms and stuff, but I didn't see very many people do it because the people I was watching, it was mostly either entertainment or politic talk. And I was like, great. I guess that earns you the things people want to watch. I guess I don't know. So I just started doing that, and I've met a few of the people who kind of do that stuff, Joey included, who do that sort of thing, but not to the extent of how I've been doing it. Like every weekday, almost every weekday, have taken time off for family events, for holiday stuff. But beyond that, I mean, I've had on over 300 various guests. That's like, it's nothing to sneeze at, to be honest.
No, that's amazing.
I never have topics. Look, he's
Yeah.
proving his point. You never
have topics. The only time he has topics is when he does the Outworld live, like during the midday, his like midday slot. He'll pull up like news articles and stuff like that. But nightcap he does Monday through Thursday, and yeah, there's never a topic there.
My conscience. That's still a topic though. So you lied. You lied. You
lied.
You do have a topic. I am
an overactive imagination. He just has it ready to go every night.
Yeah, that's right. Every time I wake up, I am the topic.
I am.
It's been.
Oh no, you're just feeding his ego. Stop.
Oh goodness! Don't ever feed a man's ego, because he'll never let it go, and it'll be harder to bring him down when it needs to. Right? Sometimes you need a little deflation. I could turn nothing into something. Well, I'm right there with you, buddy. But yeah, you did lie though. You did say you didn't have topics, and you said, "I'm calling you out live on stage." I'm just gonna throw that down with a WWF moment.
Joey said he's antithetical to the laws of physics. I somehow doubt that, Joey, Mr. Cannoli.
Well, if he tries to fly and he doesn't fly, is he right?
Hmm.
Yeah, if Joey tries to fly and he doesn't fly, is he still right?
Joey's always right. Don't you know, Joey? Joey's always right.
Yeah, well, Joey's never always right. All right,
Never
there you
always
go.
right.
Never. See how I did that? But yeah, I just enjoy it, and it's also fun too, cause like for me, I'm a blank. I try to be a blank space or a blank piece, like a blank piece of paper, every time someone comes on, because you never know, um, whatever they are to that degree, and sort of the more times you have that person on, the more you can sort of build that book or story or whatever you want to call it, with them. But beyond that point, it really is just a free flowing conversational show. And I think a lot of people, that's the one thing I've had not trouble with, but I think it's one of those things where people revert to, oh, it's an interview. It's like, you could say that, but it's not what it is. So maybe, sure, but no, that's not what it is. So it's almost have to be that gentle reminder that this is this and that is that, and that is not this. Yes, there are more than one laws of physics. Like there are more than one Joey, depending on what you're talking about.
More than one Joey. Are you saying the cannoli is not unique?
Well, the cannoli, for those that don't know, is a very like tubular dessert. Italian. Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Oh, wrong cannoli. Wrong cannoli. Sorry.
Let me look up what a cannoli is first, and then we'll get back to that. People would be like, "Oh man, I'm hungry now. I didn't think I'd come to the show, and I feel so hungry." Um,
Well, there's the mistake. They should have made food before the show started, like I did.
would you have spaghetti?
No, I actually cooked some bacon cheeseburgers.
Oh, nice. Oh
It turned out
man.
delicious.
Ugh, bacon cheeseburger. Does desert? No, it's dessert. Dessert. It's dessert, not desert.
Oh, I live in the desert.
Oh yeah, what? Arizona?
No, California desert.
Oh well, California is its own trouble right there. Just being in
Yeah.
California.
Oh no, you said California. That's the
Just be anywhere in California and already in trouble because
you're a Californian. They just passed a law that they're gonna fucking tax us for every mile we drive.
What?
Yeah,
These are, oh goodness.
they're gonna
No.
track that based on your registration.
Jeez, ow. That is, wow.
Yeah, I forget how much it is, but I mean any amount is ridiculous.
Isn't it like what, $78 in California now for gas?
For me, I have a 2000 Honda Civic. It has like a 10 or 12 gallon tank.
Mhm.
$50 from empty.
Nice. Yeah,
That's not nice. That's terrible.
Well, I mean,
it used to be like 35.
well, there's that. But I have a Ford Fiesta, and
Ooh.
I think it's about the same amount of um like the gas tank, but it only cost um I think right now it's like up to two something where I'm at. It's all over the place on the map for like different places of gas and stuff.
I mean,
Um,
my stepfather, he's got an SUV. It's a Suburban, and that thing's like 120 to fill up. Yeah, every time he goes, dude, I'm like, dude, no. And then my sister, she just had to get a new car. She got a truck, and she went
mhm.
to go fill it up, and she was like, "What the fuck?" It was like over $100. I was like, "Yeah,
Oh
no thanks, bro."
nope. Mm-mm,
That's
nope.
one way to limit traveling. Just get a car that has too expensive of gas.
There you go. This is
Like, sorry, I can't make it. I don't have $100 to drive down there.
Look, kids, this is gonna last us a whole month. So daddy can only drive this truck for a little while, okay? You need to go to the dentist, we're gonna walk you there and
We're
walk you back.
walking. Just need the South Park e-scooters.
Oh yeah.
Or e-scootering to the dentist kids.
E-scootering the dentist. Oh goodness. I remember when my area, they did that sort of thing. Like I know there's many like New York and Chicago and stuff. They did those kind of like e-scooter stuff, but it was horrendous. It was horrendous. It was horrendous because you'd find these suckers in a river, in a like in the bushes. Like these scooters were all over the place. People would just fudge and wreck these things. Yeah, it was just bad. I'm like, why would they spend this much? And they and they spent money on special areas for these e-scooters and stuff. I'm like, come on. They don't have them anymore, but it's still hilarious.
No, they still have them in LA.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
LA still has them. I rarely people. I don't know the last time I saw someone using one, but yeah, no, LA still has them at least.
Oh man, and Joey says price of milk finally went down for me. I guess Republicans are good again. Just wait until your mayor says no to that.
No, and then the tariffs or something will make like gas go up, and then retroactively milk will go up because of gas.
Hmm. They're everywhere in Tampa. Wow. Oh, nice to know that you live in Tampa, though. Each bin. All right, nice to know.
Doxing people. Whoa.
He doxed himself.
Dox himself, bro.
E-bikes too. E-bikes too. Oh, e-bikes too. Nice. I think that's what they had here. They had the e-bikes, and then after a while, they did like they transferred over to the e-scooters, and now they're just more inner city rather than anything else. Because it would not be a surprise to find it like in some tossed in like a little riverbed or something like that.
Well, yeah, they just have to pay for the ride. They don't have to pay for the bike itself. They don't
No,
care. That's
they'll
what
just
happens when you give people free things. They don't care for it.
yep. And Joey says, I will say people getting on Mondi over the snow cleanup is unfair. He didn't get into power until January. That was on Eric Adams. Yeah, I saw that. There was a video where they were doing like a hot tub and they were pouring snow into the hot tub.
That's
all,
crazy.
all the snow that they had gotten, all the snow they had plowed, they were just putting in this hot tub. I'm like,
Dude, is that going to take like 9 years to get rid of all the snow?
could you not make a like throw it into the river? Like that would have been easier.
Oh, shit, right?
It's just water anyway. Just toss it into the river.
Yeah, I think that the biggest issue with politics and city work, right, is that we pay them to do something, not pay them to think.
Well, unfortunately, you also pay them to think too, and that's not far. All right, that's not far at all.
Well, just because we pay them to think doesn't mean they're required to. As long as the task gets done, that's all they care about.
True. I just know it's not hard to find if really hard for it. Oh, I'm not looking for you. I'm just saying you said Tampa, so you must be near Tampa. As Sherlock's,
No, Joey. No, no, Joey.
how long would it take to melt 6 million pounds of snow in a furnace? Well, okay, let's do the math. So you have a very big furnace, and then you have 6 million pounds of snow. Let's do.
And you have about how many years do you have to do this?
You have about 3 months.
You have to do it in a span of 3 months. Okay.
3 months, 6 million pounds of snow. Furnace about the size of a dump truck. I mean, we're talking like cubits here. We're really gonna get into this. All right, we're really gonna do the mathematics of this. And at the end of it, you're like, I learned so much. I don't know what's going on, but I learned so much about math.
Now answer the question: how many Jews it had to take to cook in the oven?
And people and then
Does the
people,
math transfer or no?
no, it only gets turned into a moil.
Oh,
But no, I just like what's the temp outside, Joey? It's warm. It's real warm.
real warm. No, Joey's in NYC. He's frozen out there.
Yeah, he's frozen. He walks outside and his leg is just gone numb. That's how
Could be
cold
like
it
his co-host. His co-host has blizzard warning.
is. How much snow would it take to cover 6 million? Oh, come on.
Oh no, he came out right with it.
Now, is it snow or is it cocaine? Because you really have a problem after that
Oh,
point.
interesting.
6
I
million.
didn't know they were into that. Or is it that they're not into that? Like what's the goal here?
If you haven't asked, you'll never know. But
Just asking questions.
It almost sounds like who was it? Woody Allen. You almost sound like Woody. I'm just asking questions. There's more questions. What I'll ask.
I've been watching a lot of South Park. I was thinking of Cartman when he's doing the super school news and
Yeah.
making fun of Wendy, and he's like, "I'm just asking questions. Is she a slut? I need to know. Just asking the question."
What I like is the Family Guy. We have Mortimer.
Which one was that?
Mortimer. The guy who owns the pharmacy.
Oh, the farm. Yeah, he owns a pharmacy.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't believe I gotta close the store because it's so bad. It's a trick question. It would use central banking to make more snow. Now,
Well,
see. Now, when you say banking and snow, that makes me think it's actually cocaine. I don't. I think you're
the
trying to.
government's always involved with cocaine, so that's a fair assumption.
I'm pretty sure they're swimming in it at a point. Um, South Park was spoofing on Glenn Beck with that episode. Oh, really? I didn't know
That's why they
that.
call it the White House.
Ah.
Oh,
I thought you call it the White House because there's a lot of whites living in it and not enough blacks. But anyway, that's a different story.
no, it's a different story.
It was built by slaves. Yeah, and the Canadians came down and burned it. So, I mean, what more do you want from it?
Right? Did the slaves rebuild it?
As tonight on Dateline, we learned that the White House was rebuilt more than once. It seems the slaves were not the only time they built the one house. That'd be interesting.
So you're saying the White House doesn't exist anymore? It's like the question of like, you get a boat and it needs a plank required, and you continue to do that for like a decade, and then eventually you've replaced every plank on the boat. Is it still the same boat? You got to ask that question to the White House. Is it still the White House?
Well, the question should be: are you asking is it still a boat or is it still the same boat? Because those two would be two varying questions. If it's still the
It
same
would
boat,
still be a boat, but I
yes,
don't think it would. I don't think you could say that it's the same boat, right?
no, because it's not the original wooding that was used to build it. But then again, over time, a boat's going to change. Like, I mean, it's the same thing about human beings, right? Our cells
I'm not the
regenerate.
same person I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, you're not the same person.
Quite
probably,
literally, right?
you're probably not the same person you were 3 months ago. So there's that too.
Yeah.
It just looks that way because it's very on a micro cellular level than a huge thing. But I think
I think we just solved the question to politics. America just isn't America anymore. That's we solve politics. There we go.
well, and I think the problem with that too is I think people expect a country to still be a country because of its rules, but the problem of it is that rules can't defend you. You have to defend them.
Right. The Constitution is supposed to reaffirm like protections, but the paper can't, you know, actually enforce those protections for you.
No. That's why I always find it interesting when people complain about like the tax stuff or the IRS or housing stuff and all that. I'm like, well, the problem of it is that you're not doing very much about it either. So,
Yeah,
like,
you and other people like you are continuing to vote for things that result in that, or just allowing it to happen.
well, it's not even the voting part either because at this point, voting could be seen as just ridiculous by how easily it could be spoofed and boofed and all that stuff. The
Yep.
point, the point of the matter is you have a lot of people. Um, they do their thing online, they do the thing with social media, but they don't do the thing in real life, which is like your best bet, right? If you want to do protests, which you're allowed to do in a very peaceful, healthy manner, is to go to Capitol Hill and protest it. Like, you should have millions of Americans go up to Capitol Hill and protest it.
But
And
but that's why the left, actually forwards like the things that the left wants, they actually end up getting them when they get into power because that's exactly what they do. You don't see the people on the right nearly as much coming out and protest. Like, where are the protests for mass deportations? We're getting deportations, but it's not the deportations that we were told we were going to get.
Mhm.
And Republicans are just allowing it to happen. The Epstein files, we had to fight really hard to get that, and we still probably don't even have it all.
And Joyce says, what was the saying? Mao said, I don't know. political power, something something from a gun. Listen, if he said political power, something something from a gun, that would be the greatest line ever, because I don't think there's ever been ever been
I
someone, even a dictator, say something something.
yeah, I forget the exact quote, but it was like power is derived from the barrel of a gun or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically, just saying that like power is from strength. Like if you have the ability to take power, then
Mm,
that whoever has the ability to take power will.
mm. But he does have a point with this, though, is that if you can't enforce a law or anything, it's null and void.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. And you rely on police to do that, but we all know police are human beings and they're going to make decisions that don't make sense. You've got, emergency people that are going to do the same thing. I mean, you're living, it is, I will say this, you know what? America is a big melting pot. It's a melting pot because people, um, different countries come and all that stuff, and that melts together. And that's sort of been like that strange, um, I don't know. It's been sort of that strange thing where you've had that melting pot together, where somehow, even despite all the um, backlashing of stuff, it still works together. But the country is not gonna stay what it is if you don't do something about it. And
Well, and the point about the melting pot, right, is we absolutely are a melting pot, but the a lot of the some of the issues we're seeing today is that we haven't given time for the pot to melt. If you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
like the people that have been introduced into our culture and our society have not had time to assimilate, and we're
mm,
continuing to let more and more people in. And the more people we let in that aren't assimilating, the more the landscape of our country changes.
mm, yeah, because I mean, it's a funny thing when you look at other countries and you see they have a strictness. Like if you were to go to, say, the UK without a um without a passport, they're going to send you home, no questions asked, unless you can find a way of sneaking out of the airport and living a rural
Or
life.
going to the embassy, maybe.
Yeah. You're going to be sitting down with someone from there for quite a bit.
Right.
But you're still going home. Here in America, it's a very different, like, there are people who have overstayed their visa, like just the basic thing you're supposed to renew every once in a while. There are people who've overstayed their visa and they're not doing their due diligence.
There's people that have never held a visa or anything, came here illegally, and are able to vote, drive, and own or rent a property.
Rent a property. And Joey says it's about will to power. Arbitrary laws don't matter if you don't have the power to enforce it. Correct. And a lot of people will make their complaints well known on the internet. Like, this is a funny thing too, from my perspective, is you've had a lot of talk in the past about the old legacy stuff, right? This is legacy media, it's dying, blah blah blah. Well, the problem of it is, though, is that legacy media is moving into the new media, and you're seeing sort of the similar parts that are coming with this sort of independentness of being online and whatnot. And so really I don't want to say it's a Trojan horse, but it's sort of a mimic, if you will. It's mimicking its way into the new media. And this is on an individual basis. You can have company too, but it's still on individuals, and it doesn't matter what side it is. It just matters that the old legacy media, it's going to find its way in. Eventually it'll shed its skin and it'll become something new within, like the online social media stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not going to go away because you say it's dying. People said Star Wars was dying and they can't help but keep talking about it. All right.
Yeah.
If it's dead, just let it remain dead.
People were saying Grand Theft Auto 5 was dead for years, but they just put out an update a couple months ago for mansions.
Isn't the number 6 supposed to be coming out like next year or something?
We'll see if it does. It could get delayed again, you know.
Someone's here for you. There you go. Tour my boy Blue. Oh, look at that. Wait, why does he call you Boy Blue? What is this, like a nursery rhyme?
Tour my boy Blue.
You're
Yeah, what is that?
you're my boy.
You're my boy Blue. Well, you fucked that up. Sorry, buddy.
Oh my god. Tour my boy Blue. I don't know what kind he's trying to insinuate there.
Yeah, I don't get what you're putting down there.
Oh boy. I don't. And these are his nice legs.
Oh man.
Tyler, you really have nice legs. I said in the line, I'm still like, no, don't worry about it, Luna. You're
Never
fine.
once been told that in my life. Tyler, you have nice legs. That's fucking insane.
He said he was touring you, so you might as well.
Have you not seen the movie Old School? I may have. It's just been a long time. I don't watch a lot of movies.
It's been a long time. I just remember the one time. No, I think it was actually. You know what? I think it's from the movie. No, it was from Old School. It's where Will Ferrell's character accidentally shoots himself with a trank gun in the throat, and he starts to like a deep. He starts starting like a deep, and he's starting to go down. Will Ferrell is in it. Yes, I know Will Ferrell's in it. I think Vince Vaughn is in it too. I think. I'm not too sure. I hear you. I hear. But yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna try to say I find it funny, but I find it ironic when people complain about the things not getting done, and they're doing nothing about it to get it done.
Yeah.
And that's been the case for as much of government has been around, right? Like people, again, people have lives too, families and whatnot, and so their focus is going to be on that because they can't focus on the whole, and that's why you have a government so they can take care of the stuff that you can't. But unfortunately, that's where government can run wild because they know you're busy. They know you got stuff to do. They know you got lives to live, and they'll take that and they'll run with it, and end up being sort of a slave to the system you kind of let get away, and that's the sad part. Because I think what was it? There was what's that? Prager. That's right. PragerU had put out something a while back, and they we're doing like the portraits of people who signed the Declaration of Independence. Is like an AI thing, and they went through each person who had signed it. Reese Witherspoon. Some of those people were English, Scottish, mix of things, and it's like that. It's strange that you have that, and they were fighting against pretty much their own countrymen. Well, maybe not the Scottish because they didn't like the English, but still, you had even some of the English who were in America were signing that, and they were like, "No, we're not standing up for this." And so you kind of have to do that. So, and the funny thing is that a majority of people, I believe the story is that the majority of people who signed that had lost their lives, had lost their homes, had lost their families, had pretty much lost everything. Who in America do you see doing that right now?
I can't think of anyone that's putting their life and their family on the line. I mean, you even look at people like Cash Patel and Dan Bongino. A lot of people, they had very high expectations in regards to the positions they were being put in, and they do not appear to have set anything on the line. If you know what I mean. Dan Bongino has we're a year into the Trump admin. He's stepped down. He's bowed out.
Yeah, that was an interesting, and I know when he came back to Rumble, a lot of people were very quite vocal about that. But Vince Vaughn, and after Charlie, I'm just waiting for the collapse. Well, it may or may not come, but it won't be in this decade at least. But my thing was that I knew once he said he was stepping down, I knew that the possibility of him coming back to Rumble was there. I didn't know how high the percentage of it was. But then I saw that post by Chris Pavlovsky, and I'm like, okay, so he's coming back. And that's when I knew that Rumble was still going to be mainly political because of that regard. People want gaming to succeed. Great, sure. However, you're having one of the biggest people on the platform overshadow all that. How are you going to get gaming to grow out of that? I'm waiting to hear. I may hear things like, "Oh, he's a big person," and those people don't stay on the platform when his show is done. So tell me how you're going to get a gaming part to grow out of that. I'm waiting for an answer from people who actually can answer.
Yeah, the gaming scene on Rumble. I mean, you just look at the gaming tab, and Rumble does have a good selection of gaming streamers. They're just none of them are very large. They're not pulling in massive audiences like people are on YouTube. And to your point, exactly, yeah, people that come here for politics are not always coming for news too, you know. I stream both. I do news and politics. And the people that watch my gaming stuff aren't always the same people that watch my new stuff.
Yeah, because some people don't want to be at the point. And Joey says it's hard to not be political. Well, oh, I think it means while all of the other social media streaming platforms are super political on the other end. Well, that's understandable, but like I can go to YouTube right now and I'll be seeing people who I follow, and I'll be seeing other stuff too. I'm like I came across, the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff and all that. And I'm seeing more of that than I am seeing of anything political. I probably could go to Twitch and I'm probably going to see more ethos than anything else, but I'm not going to see very much political. I could probably go, to other places. Again, there's so many platforms out there now that it's a joke, one, to be on one platform, but two, I can go to the biggest place that's out there right now, YouTube, and I'm not going to see politics. You may say, well, they are leftists. I'm like, okay, but is that being shown to me on my screen? That's where I'm at. Like, I get it. I get they're in California. They have their own political stance. I get all that. But on my screen, I don't see it. That's my argument. Yeah, I know the back ends are more political, was more out in the open. Yeah, no, I understand that. But my thing is, on my screen, do I see political more than I do see anything else on YouTube? No. Do I do on Rumble? Yes. Washing hands, toasted potato. Hello, toasted potato. So that's why I that's why when he was announced coming back, I was like, well, he's going to overshadow a lot of people, and gaming is still going to be where it has been. It's still in the shadows, and it's not going to move unless they and and I know Shorts is going to try to be that discoverability, but the problem of it is most of the featured streams. That is likely why most of the featured streams are video gaming streams. I get what you mean. On the weekend, sure, but like during the week, it's mostly political. Like I don't think people realize that during the week is tough. I understand. Yes, that's why I understand. That's why the front page has to be random, right? The editors, like, this is the thing that gets me. Like, I did a whole, for 1 week, I did a whole watch of the editor's pick, right? You can do that. There's technology out there that you can do that. But my Joey-san, there you go. But my thing is that for that whole week I watched, this was from one Saturday to the next Saturday, only the weekends could you see a bit more gaming and other stuff that wasn't political. Come during the week, you've got the lineup, you've got other things going on. Like, as long as the lineup remains at Rumble, you're going to continue to see politics being the main focus. Again, someone who was there's someone out there, newbie or something like that on X. He's going through shorts and he's showing every time he does, I think like every week, whatever, he's showing that politics is still 80% of the shorts.
On Rumble, it is?
Yeah. This is what his tests are showing. Where am I at? Luna says most new AAA games are eat up with a whole lot of stuff that we do not want.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's political or if that's just like corporate monetary incentives. Like, is it because they have a political agenda, or is it because game developers have gotten lazy and they know they can shove a $70 AAA slop in front of people? Because like you look at indie games, you know, there's a lot of people that make indie games and they don't seem to have like political issues or anything like that. We get a lot of really good indie games lately.
Yeah. There's obviously there's, whether it be Steam or somewhere else, there's a lot of different indie games out there, and that's probably what's going to be the future of gaming is indie games. Because right now, I mean, while it's nice to have a console, I mean, with as technology goes, you're going to what was my thought? You're going to have technology grow to where individuals could make their own game beyond what a triple A game company could do. I mean, you have engines out there like Unity and Unreal. You have coding like Gotta. I think Gotta. No, I don't think Gotta's still a thing, but you still have those things out there where people over time will start using those, and you'll have more people be making indie games. And that whole free market thing where like people decide if they want that game or not. But that will be more of a deciding factor than triple A, because they're not gonna be around forever like Nintendo maybe because of all of its exclusive games. But I mean, like Microsoft and PlayStation, yeah, sooner or later they're gonna have to find their way around, because it just doesn't make sense. AAA game places are not gonna last that long. Joey says about like 60% of my audience only want to watch me do commentary, not gaming. Well, that's because you talk with a pretty mouth. You gotta stop talking with that pretty mouth. They keep watching.
I know, right?
I bet one of them says, "Ooh, you look nice there, pretty boy." I think it's a combination of both, which is understandable. How many non-political users are posting shorts? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. I kept seeing people on X like a 10 million. Like Chris was throwing out there like 10 million shorts. I'm like, probably because people were uploading shorts before your shorts became a thing anyway. So there's that. So you have that.
Yeah, they just auto default became a short.
One, I think it's 90 seconds is what it was. And I am getting no traction. Yeah, well, first off, it's beta, so it's probably going to take a few weeks. So granted, we'll have to give it a few weeks to see if there's any change. But beyond that point, it's like there's no form. Oh, this is why I don't like hype. I don't like hype because it can make people naive to a platform in total. Same thing with Twitch, same thing with Kick, same thing with YouTube, with all platforms at all. This is why I dislike when someone calls a platform family. The reason why I don't do that, the reason why I don't agree with that is because I already have a family. It's the only family I need, right? I've met a lot of great people on here, nice people, people of different skills, talents, thought process, perspectives, all this stuff. That's great. They aren't family, because I'm not seeing them at the Thanksgiving. I'm not seeing them at Christmas. I'm not seeing them at Easter. If some of them do that, I'm not seeing them at any of the things. And that becomes a tribalistic manner. All platforms, doesn't matter who says it. All platforms are tribalistic. I don't care who. Well, maybe not YouTube because it's too big. But the point of the matter is, like, Twitch is tribalistic. Kick is tribalistic. Rumble is tribalistic. All these platforms out there, pretty much, are tribalistic, and I don't agree with that. Because of the naivety it can create in people and the blind spots it can give people. I'll praise, sure, if a platform does well, great, sure, great. But I'm not going to sit here and follow that road. Sorry, it's just you guys. That's one thing that gets me about is about stuff like that. Is people will call a platform family, and I'm like, you do realize that they do that in almost any other platform. So what family? What family exactly? And it makes me sound like a bad person, but it's just one of those things. But it's
Well,
expected.
no, that resonates with me quite a bit because what you're saying relates to a lot of what I've been feeling about politics lately. I'm certainly don't want to call myself a Democrat, but I don't want to call myself a Republican either, because that seems to if you hang out in those circles too much, you notice that it's kind of the same thing, just on the opposite end of the spectrum, right? They start getting blind spots for certain things where they now accept certain things to be okay, even though they're not, just because their side's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and yeah, I mean, it's the same. Football teams. Any team thing. There's going to be a form of tribalism, and I just don't like. There's a specific point of importance with politics, especially when it starts creeping in, and like with New York or whatever. The problem of it is, though, is sure you can talk about it all day long. Oh, it's sneaking in. Oh, it's doing all this stuff. Oh, I can't believe this side's doing it. I can't believe that side's doing it. What are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Let me vote for this next person that I'm being told to will do exactly what I've been, or not exactly, but will do at least close to what I've been asking for all this time. What are you doing about it beyond voting? Because that's the problem. right? That's the problem. I don't think people get. People, again, in their daily lives are too busy at times, or don't care about the bigger concept of what government and all that stuff does. The you know defending homeland and all this stuff, because they're more concerned about their daily life. If you have family, you'll be more worried about your family, right? There's important stuff that you worry about. You can't hold everything in your head, and that's why you as an individual delegate parts of stuff like that off to other groups, because you just can't hold that all the stuff in your head. But the problem of it is, the farther you let that stuff go, the worse it can get. And we're already seeing it with what we have as so-called politics.
Yeah.
Um, Variables change, the behavior remains the same. Joey Cannoli. Look, I saw BioShock Infinite. You're not getting far with that one. In regards to Dems, well, just throw that with every party. Libertarians, Green Party, like throw it with all those parties. Like what the fudge does it matter what party is? What are you doing about the change of what you're looking for? What minds are you convincing to build to get this path going in order to move forward? Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going on the internet and I'm complaining about it because my government's not doing what I set it out to do. Well, no, duh. It's full of people. Do you not get the concept of corruption?
Yeah.
Like that's a no-brainer right there. Like, people can get corrupt. It doesn't mean they will get corrupt. It just means their possibility exists. Just like there are good people and bad people. Good people exist, bad people exist. The possibility of being bad or good resides there. It does not mean you will be. It just means the possibility exists. What are you doing about the IRS stuff? Oh, I'm going to complain about it because Trump said he'd get it done and all that stuff. Well, la-di-da, he's a person too. What are you doing about it?
What can people do about it? Do you have any? Everyone has their own answer to that question, right? Like, what do you recommend to people if they did want to get more active, right?
Well, like I said earlier, go to Capitol Hill and protest. Like,
Running for office yourself in your own local
no.
local
I'm talking.
areas.
I'm talking like you get millions of Americans outside that Capitol Hill. You surround that building and you protest day and night.
I'm
And
just
if
not
it,
sure how Republicans can do it. They don't organize like Democrats. Democrats organize, you know.
well, if people don't care enough, then the last hope is to crash your own economy and go from there. Because you're not going to get anywhere by people just sitting around hoping and praying that one team or another does something. And I'm not talking about any third party thing or whatever. Libertarians, all this stuff. No party that exists is going to do the best for Americans, because they all can't do the best for Americans because
Yeah.
they don't know how to. They have ideas to. See, this is what I think there was something like in like some about Rome where they'd have like these rotundas and people could go in and do open air debates and stuff like that. Where is that? I want the best idea that comes out of the pile of people.
That's X Spaces now, Daramuth.
Not really.
No, not
Well,
really. No, because it's not public like in the way you're saying.
yeah, there's a difference between public square and an actual public square, because you still can be banned off X. You can't really. Well, maybe you could be banned from a public square because government stuff. But the point of the matter is, though, is that there should be ideas that rise to the top, and it should be out in the open, not the digital public square. Although we can have that be part of it, you need to have the actual public square. You need to have the place where there's a big, not a big place, but like a what do they call that? Like, I guess they call that a rotunda, right? Like a circular stadium or whatever. I don't want to say
I
stadium.
mean, where I live, a lot of the protest and where I live is more of a lefty area, so they're always doing protests that I don't agree with.
Mm,
But where they go to protest, we have like a main road that a lot of people travel down,
mm.
and there's a certain cross section that's quite busy, so they'll go stand on the sidewalks outside the businesses there.
I was thinking more of like a big gazebo like arena, but that's probably
I get what you're saying. It's just I'm just giving an example in my personal life.
yeah.
In the town I live in, the protest where people go to protest is generally like a crossroad near a mall.
Yeah. My only problem with that is that it kind of gets in people's way, and you want to invite people in to discuss rather than just be a nuisance. Because
Right.
if you become a nuisance, you deter people from wanting to share their ideas. Like, oh, look, there's that group again. All they do is get in the streets, they get in the way. You know what? Bah them, and it doesn't really open the door for conversation. Um, and I really think it'd be better if there was just an open huge gazebo thing where people could just come up and share their idea. Obviously, there'd be some rules because you do want to keep a level of civility, but I do think you need to have an open air space for that, an ideation station or something like that.
The atmosphere that we have nowadays, though, like, do you feel like we would need to have like public security, like paid for officers that are there?
See, now that's a tough one.
Especially in things with, obviously an obvious example would be like in the wake of Charlie Kirk.
Mhm,
Political discussion doesn't seem to be in the same place it was, even 3 years ago.
mhm. No, that is something. But I mean, you would have to. There would probably be some worry of trouble, obviously, but it's not to that extent because that was more of assassination where you could pretty much just have people shoot each other, and or stab each other, whatever. So there's that. So that's a
But the political debate, especially in person, with someone who vehemently just has an opposing view to yours, can get quite heated. Especially
yeah,
in my experience, just in my this is just anecdotal, completely anecdotal, just
right,
my experience alone.
right.
Arguing with Democrats, they can get very uh, angry, and some have even gotten threatening.
Right. No, I can understand that. I've seen like videos and stuff, so that I can understand. I think there would be having a discussion on um maybe some form of security, as in like if something does go down, but you don't want it to be uh like known or
Like a police state kind of park. You just
it,
like
it would
I would say minimal, just so they could alert more authorities if something does go down. You know what I mean?
more like secret bodyguard sort of thing. Like they're
Just
there.
like, yeah, just like hidden officers in the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, they're like hidden in the crowd. They're part of the people. They're kind of keep an eye on things. They're blended in so people can't sort of tell. But if things do get, I mean, you'd have at least like one or two main people, obviously, if they're up there. But the point of the matter is that that sort of stuff needs to happen because, um, Charlie Kirk was a big figure. He was a very big popular figure. He's very well known. But have it on the ground floor level where it's just people who don't know each other well and all that. That's a bit of a different story. Yes, you could still have people wanting to hurt each other and harm each other. And so that's where I'm thinking like you'd have to have some sort of like, secret undercover cop or something like that. But beyond that point, I think the possibility could exist. And yeah, there are going to be people who are very stuck in their ways. They're very biased. They're very cognitive dissonance and all that stuff. But the point of the matter is, though, the only way to start getting past that is by opening those ideas, and that means the individuals have to come not from an attacking angle, but like a discerningness of ideas, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like it's not about the individual. It's not about the individuals there. It's about the ideas they bring with them. And that's where you see like people who disagree, they'll start attacking the character of the person rather than the idea of the person. That's the issue. And I think to a degree there might be some people who that could work with. Like ideas are the situations we need to attack, not the individual. People can
yeah.
have
I definitely try to avoid that. In my opinion, when someone resorts to personal attacks instead of the topic at hand, I feel as though that's a sign that they've lost the conversation. If there was a side to win at all,
yeah.
um, but resorting to personal insults or personal discussion, I feel like that's just a sign that they either don't have anything to say on the topic, or they've just like conceded the topic.
Right, and I think as an individual, you can either give them one more chance to kind of get past it, or you simply say, you know what, you've shown that you cannot get past this point, you're done, and then you go on to the next person because there's no reason to um, entertain that. There's
Yeah.
no there's no reason to entertain it because it's only going to lead down a devolving road. And they start screaming whatever, you can say, you know what, I've dealt with you. You can leave, and the police can take them out or whatever. Like you've already said your piece, and you're not being peaceful about it. well, then I guess you can leave. You have a
Yeah.
peaceful solution or a non-peaceful solution. I'd rather choose the peaceful one. But that's just me. Some people like the other way. But regardless, it is the top of the hour. For those who are here, what happens is I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. Sometimes, if they're not a content creator, then they just say a few words. But beyond that point, I believe I have all your stuff. Yet here we go. There you go, sir. That's all yours. So if you want to promote your stuff, as you will, the floor is yours.
Sure. I'll just say a bit about myself. My name is Tyler. I host the Tyler Today News channel on YouTube and Rumble. You can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Rittenauer. I do gaming content, play all sorts of different video games and stuff like that, playing with friends and other people online. And I love talking about politics and news, really anything. I like having conversations with people.
Mm, yeah, and and of course he knows. Of course he's good friends with Joey, who I had on before as well. So there is that. But again, his links are all right there, at least the ones he has. And they will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side because I streamed to both arenas. Yeah, and I had to look like I had to look up your at on YouTube. It's like, is it the name or is it the I? No, it was at Tyler.
I know
Tyler.
it's a little confusing on Twitter. I noticed that my actual name is not taken, so I was like, "Oh, please give me that."
Mm.
But then I also have the Tyler Today News Twitter, so I have two Twitter accounts technically, but I use my actual name for my primary.
But no, for me, I found that if you subscribe to someone on YouTube, you can at them. Like when you're writing a post or whatever, you can put their at, and it
Oh,
makes it easier to add them from that list. Because when you type when you're in a post or whatever, and or like the back end for the creator studio, when you start adding someone, there's a whole list of people that you're subscribed to that there, and then you start whittling down to whoever you're do like how you spell their name or whatever. So it's just for me, it's just easier to follow somebody if I'm gonna have them on or whatnot because then I can just easily add them on um to like the description and stuff because it's just like the at and then whatever. Um
yeah.
just makes it easy that way. Some I wish Rumble would have, but they still have some issues still yet to redefine. But anyway, both will be on Rumble and YouTube. So if you'd like to learn more about him, his links are there. So thank you all so much for that. Uh, take an edible and everything will be okay. Joey Cannoli. Well,
That
you
is a Joey Cannoli quote. Yes.
I believe it. I believe it. Hey, new gen, how's it going? Oh, I mean, Shield. Sorry, it's previous new gen, previously Shield. Oh man, hope you're doing well, man. But for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, uh, if you, come, oh, there we go. Goodness sake, it's like just still trying to. There we go. All right, there you go. Whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, if you mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with that engagement factor is much appreciated because not only is it helping being seen more, like many content creators want to be, it also helps in having other people on, like Tyler here, like Joey, like um, I've had again the people on uh, Luna who will be on this week. So I'm looking forward to that, Luna. So many people, again, over 300 various guests. All right. And I do try to bring people back on, but it's always a scheduling thing or whatever. Although a few have blocked me. So that's interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Don't know why. Didn't have any conversations with them that would lead to that point, but I guess they just didn't like something I said. Oh well. Uh,
Oh well. Yeah.
yeah. So there's that. And I was always surprised too. Is like it. Usually you find out when you're going to your messages and you're like you can no longer uh, direct a message this person anymore. Like, wait a second, why? And then you find out they've blocked you. And like, okay, uh, don't know what happened there, but all right.
Right. Super
Thank
weird. Have you I mentioned earlier in the show Jeff from Thoughtcast. Have you had him on?
I've seen his name before, but again, it's been a lot of people, so I'll
Yeah,
try to reach out. This month is already full, so there's not going to be anything. But next month, I'll try to reach out and see, um,
definitely.
because there's just so many people. Um, but yeah, it definitely the
Yeah, no,
shades.
I was just throwing his name out there. He's a cool guy. He could be a cool future guest.
Yeah, I've seen his name before. He's I think it's been like Rumble updates. I've seen him mention some stuff on whatever, but that's a different story for another time. But
Already.
for mine, yeah, it definitely will keep in mind though. But for mine of things, this is my link right here. Obviously, of course, I have more than 3 links, so that's why I have my own link tree. So you can go in there. You could see my Twitter X, my email. I have a Discord thing, but I just use it for DMing. I don't use it for anything else. I don't have a server. Don't ask. All right, don't ask. But also my Rumble and YouTube links in there. So if you want to find where else I'm at, well, there you go. There you go. But also, I am part of Proton's partner program. If people don't know what Proton is, it's a very privacy based company, and I've been with the partner program since middle of last year or something like that. I can't remember. But I've been using it for quite some time, and I saw the opportunity, and I didn't think it in. But then they said you're in, and I'm like, well, there we go. I was surprised by myself. So, but anyway, but I promote. Um, this time I'm promoting their Proton Mail. Now I use this on a daily basis. Now Proton Mail is just, again, it's privacy based, all that stuff. You can go to that link right there and I'll tell you more about it. um there's just so much detail into it. It's like it's no trackers, like they clean out the trackers and stuff that some companies would send you. Like if you get order from Domino's, like they'll send trackers with that. Well, guess what? Proton cleans that out. You can use an alias email, which is like you can use an email that's not connected to yours but can send emails to your email. A lot of great stuff. But again, you can go to that link. You'll see more detail. And I believe if you do sign up, you do get like a discount. I think it's like $1. Like I think it's like $1 for a year's worth. No, not for a total year's worth. I think it's like $1 per month. So it's like $12 for a whole year. So you want to give it a try, there you go. They do have free accounts, but you get more with the paid version. And that's all I'll say. So there you go for that. Really, really use them on a daily basis. And I've met a lot of people who use it and have great reviews about it. So there's that. Um, the second thing I promote is something called Biltong of Biltong USA. Now, if people don't know, Biltong is a South African snack. It's a meat snack. I know some people say it's like jerky, but it's not. It's a lot healthier than store bought jerky. So if you were to look at the ingredients, you'd be like, there's only like 5 or 6 ingredients. While you look at the label at a grocery store, and it's way more. Like I think like 10 to 13 ingredients. Plus, I've had on the gentleman on. His name is Anton, who's actually from South Africa, and he is a legal immigrant and all that stuff. And he's made his business in Texas, and so they have a business in Texas that if you do go to where their business is, they have a convenience store of all the stuff they sell online. But if you want to go see what they have online, they have stuff from the UK. They have drinks and sweets, jams. I know they have like cereals and stuff that you can get there. They're from across the way. They have stuff from the South Africa as well as like sweets and stuff. So they have a whole bunch of stuff. But if you do, you can save 10% using code Dara, and whatever the amount is. I think it's like wholesale. You go to the cart on the wholesale of it, you could send you 10%. And to be honest, I know people like, well, why isn't it more than that? I'm like, well, they're being nice and generous, and I appreciate what they do because I love Biltong. I can't get enough, and that's my problem. But also because I didn't expect what would give me, or if anything at all, and so I try to repay that back with promoting and all that stuff because I do enjoy it. So if you want to take a look, link is right there, and if you do want to buy anything, you can save some money with code Dara. I gotta get like very like that commercial voice, and you too can save yourself a buttload of money with 10% using code Dara. gotta get into that voice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I try to. Those are the only 2 things I had. I don't do any like the ad reads or anything like that offered through Rumble Studios. So no worries on that. I used to when it first came out, but not anymore. Like I don't do that ordeal. It just doesn't fizzle with me. Let's see. Man, my okay. There we go. Oh, okay. I was wondering what's going on. It's like my Rumble side decided to freeze up.
Is it good now?
Oh, no, the stream part, cuz like so what happens is I have both my Rumble stream and my YouTube stream up. And I keep them up just in case I miss a chat or whatever, cuz that can happen. Um but it seems like the Rumble side is just going wacky to backy from my end, and YouTube is fine, but it's the it's like looking at 240 or something like that.
Oh no.
But then again, I'm trying to run Rumble Studios and have two streams up, so there's that. I don't know. It might be my fault. Um, but yeah, it's so like how long have you been using Rumble, and like what are your thoughts like now of from when
um
you used it?
I've used Rumble for like a year
Mm,
now. I was using YouTube first,
mm,
and I like a lot of the improvements. As far as how I feel about it, I think they've got a lot of stuff to work on, but I think they're heading in a really good. I think they're heading in a good direction.
mm. Yeah, they kind of they're kind of in a position where they kind of have to, because they can't stay with their mainstay politics. It's just not gonna. Otherwise, it's gonna remain a niche platform. Um, and I know they'll point to the numbers like the whole halftime show or whatever, but I mean, YouTube was still the king out of that round. So, and the funny thing was, is like I think it was like when what was it TP USA or something like that, when they were promoting this stream, they were promoting the YouTube end.
Mm.
So that just kind of goes to show you that Rumble's just not there yet. It's
Yeah,
just
they said due to licensing issues or something like that. So like
that
YouTube
was
must
for
have.
X. That was for X.
Oh, that was for X. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But like you said, but YouTube is still the primary platform for people because the user interface for Rumble just isn't as pleasing to look at. It's not as simple for people. People are still used to using YouTube,
Yeah,
and it's hard for people to switch.
yeah, that's understandable. But like the same thing could be said about people who use Twitch, or that have that sort of thing too. But at the end of the day, that's probably the one of the that's probably one of the biggest issues that Rumble has, is user complexity. And
Mm,
one of the things I found a while back was, I know a lot of people don't like Kick, but they did something that I've not seen any other platform do, and that was they were collecting feedback, and they were making a ranking list of that feedback, and then they were making that ranking list public for everyone to make their own ranking of like what should the platform focus on next. I'm like, you know what? That's probably the first time I've ever seen a platform do that. So that was a green in my book. Um,
that
'Cause
sounds pretty cool.
well, and I'm not seeing anyone else do it. That YouTube's not doing it. That probably would benefit them if they would. It probably would benefit Rumble if they would, Twitch. But I'm not seeing any other platform do it. So I'm like, that puts that platform ahead of me. I don't stream to a Kick. I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it, but like for them to do something that transparent, that's a green light in my book. And other platforms need to start doing that.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a good way to get feedback from your community.
Well, yeah, and the people who use your platform, like you say you are listening to your people, will then show you're listening beyond the source of like, oh, we're just gonna add this, this, and this. Rumble Wallet is an option. It is not. It is not a savior. It is not going to save people. It's not going to give you 100% of what you asked for. All right,
Yeah.
because you do have to pay out because it's getting money transferred out there. It's a bit of a thing. Like people do, there's a lot of people who don't understand crypto. They don't understand that they're even like me. I didn't understand until I started looking into like crypto. There's a thing called gas fees, right? To have money transferred from a thing to a thing, it's gonna cost you, right? And I've heard stories where people are taking money out of Rumble Wallet and it's costing them money to take that money out. So is it 100%? Is there
Yeah. That's
is,
true. That's a good point.
and another part of this too is like they're using MoonPay for the in between, right? I thought there was supposed to be no middlemen. MoonPay is a third party point to this excursion. So if you're having a platform tell you this thing is 100% yours and there's no middleman, MoonPay is a middleman. Like I don't again, this is why I'm not too trusting of the crypto stuff, because that's a whole nother deal in itself, and it's not very user friendly either.
Yeah.
Crypto use is not user friendly.
No, that's that could be said again. Yeah, no, it's not.
And I get it, right? It's supposed to be decentralized and all that stuff. But how can it be decentralized if I have to go through someone to buy crypto, and then I have to pay fees in order to buy that crypto and transfer that crypto? Where's my 100%?
Yeah, we're well, and then I could be wrong, but it seems like Rumble upped how much they take as well, like from Rumble rants and such. And I had noticed that.
All I know is that Rumble Rants is 80/20, and gifted subs is 97. Well, actually, any subs, really. Any subs is 97.3.
I think it's more than 80/20 now, though.
I have no idea. I haven't.
I don't
I
know.
usually,
I don't get rants too often.
neither do I, but I don't do I'm in the creator program, but I don't do all the requirements to earn from the creator program. So there's that too. But I mean, it's not it's not like it wasn't going to happen sooner or later, because they have to supply their servers, the people who work for them. Like, the costs are crazy. And then they just bought the whole thing with Northern Data. Like, you do realize they have to pay for that too. Like, there was a thing where people like, well, Rumble doesn't make enough money, or stuff like that. It's at the low end. It's like they had an infusion from uh Tether not too long ago. It was like $100 million for like 2 years. 2 years for like advertising and stuff. And then before that, I think it was like 775 million from Tether. So I'm not sure they're hurting for money in that regard, but they can't rely on that because they're gonna burn through that. So they have to make as much as they spend. Like, YouTube actually goes at a deficit, but it doesn't matter because it's Google.
That's what I tell people. People, not everyone knows that YouTube doesn't actually turn a profit for Google. Google has it because it's politically good for them.
Well, not only that, but it's their data mining.
Data
Like,
mining, they get a lot of the top two searches in the world is Google and YouTube. So
yep. People, and the funny thing is that data that they're mining from YouTube is used to train their AI.
AI training AI is gonna go wonderfully for the future.
Well, and it's just like, you maybe have people dislike or whatever, but if you are placing any of your content on a platform you dislike the AI from, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like, I don't get it. Like, you can make complaints about AI all day long, but you're putting yourself on the platform that's actually using that to train their AI. You're basically giving that. People are worried about, their art being used or whatever, but you're putting that on YouTube. Duh.
You're putting that in Google's library. Like,
Yeah. You're basically giving Google free reign over your stuff because you're putting it on the platform you're making money off of.
it's okay. People will complain about Facebook, but they'll continue to use Instagram.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Instagram was owned by Meta, which is
Yeah. So they'll complain. People will complain about Facebook, but then they'll keep their Instagrams. They're like, Facebook does all the spying, and they like go into your stuff, and it's like, yeah, but you have an Instagram account.
yeah. Well, and Threads too. Don't forget Threads is part of that too.
Well, I don't have a Threads.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook and an Instagram, but I always find it funny when people complain about the spying from Facebook, and it's like, but you're on Instagram.
That's why I use stuff like Proton, because I don't want. I mean, not too much of the spying thing, but like, the privacy stuff, like passwords and whatnot.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Because I mean, like, it's funny because I had my AOL account for the longest time. The longest time. I recently got rid of it. And it was because every time I look at my AOL, I rarely had anything worth looking at. It was just spam after spam after spam after spam. So I finally got rid of it. I made sure nothing else was connected to it because you know how that ordeal will go. Um, but I made sure nothing else was connected to it, and so I only have my two, like my Proton and my iCloud one. But the thing of it is, though, is like people don't understand, like your data gets sold out there online, and that's why you get all these spam calls, these spam texts, and the spam in your email because your data's pretty much out there. Like you want to talk about not being spied on? You're already too late.
Yeah. Well, and then AOL is falling apart, man. I like 5 months ago, I had some no, it wasn't even it was more recent than that. This weird thing happened where it logged me out of my games for Ubisoft, and for some
Oh,
reason it's attached to an old AOL account. I don't know why it is.
yeah.
So I had to get the password again. Don't remember the password, so I had to reset it.
Mm-hmm.
None of the automated stuff was working for AOL. You call their number, that doesn't work. The only way I could get it to work was going through their premium member service and
Mm-hmm.
calling a person there and being like, I don't have a premium service. And they're like, oh, you have to pay $5 for the month to get the premium service, and then we'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally had to pay them money in order to reset my password, is how broken they are right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised.
I'm
Oh,
not
AOL is pretty much at that point. It's the old guard at that point, and yeah,
on its way out.
yeah, it's on its way out. Because I don't think it's gonna be like everyone and their mother had AOL, and then AOL got sidetracked by everything else.
It was like MySpace. It was like first in, but it didn't. It was not best dressed, so it didn't stay long.
Well, and Tom eventually sold it off. Tom
Yeah,
eventually sold it off. So technically, it was sold off because I guess he didn't want anything to continue to do with it or whatever. But he may have been everyone's friend, but he eventually sold you out. He eventually sold you
too many sellouts in the world.
out. Oh, gotta make that money. I don't know how much, man. I think it was like over. I think it was like close to a billion or something. How much was it? Hold on. Uh,
I mean, you
Tom.
just think about people like the creator of Minecraft, Notch. Like he got tons of fucking money from that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Microsoft made a good deal out of that because they saw something that was. I mean, they're still making a good deal out of it with the marketplace stuff in it. But
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
Notch sold Minecraft, and there's been times where I've seen him. I think it was like he made a complaint about Minecraft on like Twitter or whatever. I'm like, you sold it.
well, to be fair, there's a lot to complain about. Like, have you seen the community mob votes? Have you seen those?
I think there was like some like they were doing some kind of march thing or whatever.
Well, so I don't know if they still do it, but what I'm talking about is they've let the community vote on what they're going to add to the game, and they'll give us three options.
Mhm.
And for example, one of the options was like, uh, it was a new type of mob that was,
Yeah.
or like, just character in the game that could be made out of copper or clay or something. I think they eventually did add it now,
Mhm.
but at the time, it would have been really cool to have that. Or there was a cow that could have like bees. It was a weird like cow bee nest hybrid animal. But instead, the community had people like trolling, and they
Mhm.
voted for the glowing squid. And the glowing squid didn't do anything special other than glow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that, especially at nighttime. I need a light. Well, there's a glowing squid.
Yeah, you can get like an item from it that makes it to where you can have a couple of glowing items, but ultimately it's useless.
Yeah.
And then there was other ones too. Like we could have had a new enemy that was an ice wizard, and you could have had their ice weapon as a drop. So there would have been a new weapon in the game, but instead they picked a phantom
Mhm.
that will hunt you if you haven't slept. So now the community decided to punish you for not sleeping. So like stupid shit like that. So yeah, no, there's plenty to complain about. And here's the other thing too is like if they have all three of them, I'm assuming they have like some type of coding ready for them. Why not add
Mhm.
all three? Why are you even giving us a choice where all right, you only get one?
Mhm.
So yeah, stuff like that. Definitely, there's lots to complain about with the game.
Oh man, I'm trying to find it. Gosh dang it! How much do you know for he was a co-founder of MySpace? All right. I'm trying to find where how much did MySpace sell for? There we go. Happy Hanukkah. All right. Oh wow. Oh, jeez, that is nothing.
Happy Hanukkah. That's not for another like 10 months.
Shh. I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about that. Uh, Here we go. MySpace was sold for $35 million in 2011 to Specific Media, a significant drop from the $580 million News Corp paid for it in 2005. Oh, okay. Okay. So 35 million is the
Yeah, you're looking at the second time it was sold.
Okay, so News Corp acquired MySpace for 580 million. So that's probably what they paid Tom. Basically, it was 580 million for it.
Was he sole owner?
He was co-founder, I believe. Hold on.
So he would have gotten a percentage.
Current YouTube. Yes, founders Chris DeWolf, Tom Anderson, and John Hart. John Hart doesn't have a. That's strange. Key people: Tim Vanderhook and Chris Vanderhook. Sounds like brothers right there. Let's see. Soreless MySpace, blah blah blah. Launched August 1st, 2003. That's how you know it's old. From 2005 to 2009, MySpace was the largest social networking site in the world, and then Facebook came. In July 2005, MySpace was acquired by News Corporation for 580 million. In June 2006, it was surpassed Yahoo Mail and Google Search to become the most visited website in the United States. During the 2008 fiscal year, it generated 800 million revenue, so they got their money's worth, sort of.
Well, how much does it cost to run it? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the recent one was 35 million, so it's probably not much anymore. So
I guess you're right. Then they at least got their money back.
And let's see. Oh, here they talk about in February 2005, DeWolf held talks with Mark Zuckerberg over acquiring Facebook, but rejected Zuckerberg's offer to sell Facebook to him for 75 million. So MySpace could have had Facebook.
That's insane. What a fuck up there. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Imagine that. Imagine saying no on that deal and then just a few later is getting passed by them and you're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. And you're like, "Wait a second. I thought we were going to oh, that dirty son of a bit."
You're like, "Oh shit. That was a well, shoulda coulda woulda."
Yep. 2005 to 2009, purchased by News Corp and peak years. July 2005 is one of the company's first major internet purchases. News Corporation purchased MySpace for 580 million. At the time of the acquisition, the company was seeing 16 million monthly users and was growing exponentially, which means very big. Viacom. After the acquisition, MySpace continued its exponential growth. In January 2006, the site was going up. I just want to know what was it? 2006, October 2006, MySpace had grown from generating 1 million in revenue per month to 30 million per month. Ooh, wow. Let's see. I'm trying to find because I swear I just want to know because Tom sold his part or whatever. Oh, here we go. Decline and sale by News Corporation. In May 2009, Facebook surpassed MySpace in the number of unique U.S. visitors. So basically, MySpace screwed up.
Oh yeah, big time. If they had the opportunity to buy Facebook, that was already a fuck up.
Oh yes. Oh yes. 75 million. He's like, no, we're not gonna buy it for 75 million. And I bet he wish he did. There are several suggested explanations for its decline, including the fact that it stuck to a portal strategy of building an audience around entertainment and music, whereas Facebook and Twitter continually added new features to improve the social networking experience. 900. Okay. Let's see. Richard Blumenthal. Ooh, goodness. Rupert Murdoch. Oh, that's that. The News Corporation chairman and CEO Rupert Murdoch. Oh goodness, that's why it downfalled. Here we go. The downfall of MySpace can be attributed to different factors. One factor was the demographic of MySpace and how they reached to the debut of Facebook. When MySpace was launched, many of its users were people who had limited experience using the internet. As time went on, these users became frustrated with the limited features of MySpace, which, to anyone's credit, MySpace was first, but it didn't keep up to stay first. Facebook launched with various quality of life features that MySpace did not have. As a result, a significant number of MySpace users gradually migrated from MySpace to Facebook. MySpace, the CEO of MySpace was owned by Viant. MySpace was killed by calculated takedown by Google over music. Interesting. So in February 2011, News Corporation finally officially put up the site for sale for an estimated 50 to 20 million. Losses from the last quarter of 2010 were 156 million. Ooh, man, that's not by much. Yeah, so I will say this, that the CEO or CEOs of Facebook made a chunk of change when they're first sold, and then they're not going to make anything after that. Hey, Comics Queen, yay, woo, yay. Nice, thank you, Comics Queen. I remember MySpace. Sucks to suck. Yeah, that's right. Sucks to suck. They could have been winners.
MySpace did have the better name though.
Well, I mean, it just has the personal thing, right? MySpace, Facebook, right? It's just but yeah, MySpace. It could have been the top, but it decided to give that up. But you can never tell at the time, right? Like you could never tell like it was going to be big. It was just like there's this kid coming along and he says it is the next best thing. I laughed and said it's called MySpace, doofus.
And then he passes you.
And then he's like, "Wait, that kid has a Cobra, a Cobra car? Oh my gosh!" Hey, thank you, Miss Queen. I only use Rumble and Discord now. Well, I don't think you'll be using Discord for very long.
Oh yeah, you know about that?
I heard about that. Can't handle FB or X. I understand X. Like X is not really the free speech platform it portrays itself to be, but it's the most well known, and people are still going to come to it. So it's either Facebook or X. That's where you're going to get the notice. But yeah, I saw the Discord thing, and I'm like, well, first off, let's take a step back and let's see what was actually said. Because I know Discord put something out there that said something differently. Have a great stream. You have a great rest of your night, young lady. You have a great rest of your night, and I hope your stream went well. Thank you. But man, where was that? Oh yeah, that's right. Discord, I think, is one of those moments. I'm old. I remember MySpace came out. Yes, well, I'm old too, so I'm right there with. I use MySpace, but it was very rudimentary at the time. My thing is that I got it. Hold on, I got
it. You need help? I got.
No, it had to do with X. It had to do with X.
No, it had to do with Discord.
Discord, that's right. I saw the post that Discord made on X.
Facial recognition.
Oh, what was that, young man? I can't remember what.
Big words. Those words are foreign to me.
Big words, very big words, beautiful words, but so big. But no, it's sort of the thing. Like everyone was, once people saw that, like it had to use ID or face recognition. I'm like, well, I just thought it was like an ID. I think it was like it was first being said that you had to use an ID. It's like, okay, I guess.
I already do that for Twitter.
Yeah, I already do that for Twitter. So what am I? I mean, if they did it for Discord, like if you were limited in what you could do on Discord, like I rarely use Discord, so I'm not.
I use it to chat. Like, am I going to be chat limited or like what? It
yeah,
depends on the limit.
Yeah, what's the limit? But then again, you go on X, right, and you see all these people getting huffity and puffing, and you see this sign that says, "Now you need ID to use Discord." But they're reacting more than taking a step back and saying, "Okay, what was really said?" See, that's the problem with most of this internet stuff. People will react to like the first thing that sets off the alarm in their head, but they won't take a step back and they won't read the whole. Right?
Everyone does that. I mean, did you see what Donald Trump posted last week accidentally?
I have no idea what
He
he.
posted. He accidentally posted, and it makes sense when it gets explained why it was an accident. He posted a video. It was like a video of like in the jungle, the mighty jungle, but it
Yeah.
had a bunch of different politicians, and they were on animals. Well, guess what animal Michelle and Barack Obama was on?
Oh, I think I saw those out there. I didn't know what they were. It's like
They were on, yeah. So he
monkeys.
shared a meme of Barack and Michelle on gorillas, just singing "In the Jungle," and then he said no, it wasn't a mistake.
Oh my gosh, I remember seeing it.
But
I didn't know that was where it's from. I just saw a video.
no, so for context though, what he actually shared was a video about voter fraud, but he didn't watch all of it because the last 3 seconds has that.
Mm,
So now everyone's butthurt about the last 3 seconds though. And they're and it's like, well, you didn't watch the whole thing. You didn't react to the whole thing.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like it's no different than when people read a headline and think that's what's inside, but basically what's inside is probably lesser so than what the headline is, and that's a bit of an issue. Like I get it, right? People don't want to have to, because that was it the age restriction or whatever like that. But then Discord comes out with this link. I didn't read it, but I did know that they were trying to explain at least, no, you're not going to have to use ID or whatever. Maybe some things would be limited. I don't remember. But it's like you have a lot of people who are jumping the wagon, and this is a lot of culture war people. And my thing is like you say something that's anything that could be relatively woke, you're gonna set off alarm in their head, and they're gonna crucify you at a cross. It's like I get it. I get there's a whole culture war thing. I get that, but it'll be here long after you're gone. You're not gonna do much to change that. My thing is though, is that a lot of people jumped on this wagon and they didn't read first. They read, sure, but they didn't read first. You know what the difference is between read and reading? Reading means you took time to read the whole thing. Read means you just read the one word that set off the alarm in your head and you went, F no, I'm done with them.
Or what some people do where they like skim read and they're like, yeah, I get it. And you're like, but did you read each word?
Yeah. Yeah, and there may be some technical jargon and lawyer jargon people may not understand, but what do you think that you can use the AI for help with that? Come on, people, you have tools.
No, there's too many people just vehemently against AI, even if they can use it for their own benefit.
A lot of people who I can understand on that side of the discussion, but I'm not here to say I don't see it as a utopia and I don't see it as Skynet. I see it as somewhere in between. But the problem of it is that it's based upon the companies that have it and the people that use it. You have bad people who are going to use it. Yes. Bad people are going to use AI. It's just another tool for them to get their progress forward. Good people are going to use AI too for all sorts of things. But the problem with it is you have to understand that it is a tool at the end of the day. It is not it is not this it is not like it's going to be the end of the world or saving it. It's going to be another tool which humans will use to either be bad with or good with. And there's no in between with it. Well, there's between, but there's no there's,
It's not one sided.
it's not one-sided. Yes, it's not one-sided. And what's Nero say? Nero says someone screen captured the voter fraud post, and the next video in the feed was there for a second. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I see.
So
Didn't
it was unintentionally shared, but of course people are like you were saying, the title might not always be what the actual content is, and that's a perfect example. I could title an article "Trump shares meme," but is that the actual like what happened? Like
mhm,
technically it's true, but is it really true? You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
something can be technically true, and then like you can have the full context.
hmm yeah. It's the full context. It's like when people are shown videos of like was it all the stuff out there like those marches and stuff, but are you seeing the full context of what's going on in that video, or are you seeing something that somebody wants you to see to react to for an engagement manner,
Well,
right?
I've seen videos of protest, and then it's like another same protest from another angle, and there's literally only the people in the camera are the people that are actually there, but the camera makes it look like there's thousands of people there.
Yeah, yeah, because that's just how it works, right? That's how that sort of thing works. You know, you talk about propaganda a lot. You do realize you have the internet.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Well, young man, let me sit you down right here and let me tell you all about what ARPANET was. Back in the day with the U.S. military, they made something called ARPANET.
Let me learn you something.
And then that became the internet, and now that's what you have now. Aren't you so grateful?
I'm incredibly grateful. I'm also incredibly horrified some days. I get a mix of both, you know.
Some days you're looking at it and said, wow, my faith in humanity is restored. And then a few minutes later you're saying, wow,
The world is gonna end.
my humanity has been crushed.
Yeah. Definitely. Spend 5 minutes on Twitter.
No, man. You just spend 5 minutes anywhere, right?
Anywhere.
Like anywhere. Like that's the thing with social media. But again, it's
I don't know. 5 minutes on Instagram, you might have some good laughs. Unless you have a bad feed. Some people don't know how to tailor their feed to good memes. You know what I mean? I know how to tailor my feed, so I get nothing but good memes. Even my girlfriend's surprised because she'll have her feed and then she'll look at mine. She's like, "Why do you get all the good ones?" I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not looking at bikini women all day. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking for those really good memes, and the algorithm knows it. It only sends me the primo stuff.
You know, back in the day, I'd have to pay big money for these primo memes. Today, I just tricked the algorithm to show me it all for free. That's what I did.
Yeah. Hey, look, we talked earlier about using AI to your advantage. You got to use the algorithms to your advantage, man.
That's right. That's right. When you could put a title up that says "poopy face" and like, okay, what's this about? And someone had speared poop all over the face.
Oh, now you fucked up your algorithm. Maybe you shouldn't have taken the risk.
I was like, oh, Lord, I can't see anymore. I can't see. Oh my god.
I think you could tell a lot by a person by their Instagram feed. You know what I mean?
Thank goodness I don't have Instagram. I used to have Instagram, but I don't have it anymore. I got rid of a lot of stuff back in the day. Like I don't even have a Facebook anymore. Just too much time is taken up by all these social media. Like what I have is what I have. I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah, like I have a Facebook and an Instagram, but it's to see like what my friends or family are up to because they still post on there.
Yeah, because Facebook feels like a retirement home at this point.
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah, you go. It feels like the old place home. It really does.
The old folks' home where they go yell about Fox News and CNN.
Look at this market. Did you see they're selling a couple of
Did you see what Trump did today? Oh my God, Mom, Donnie is a communist. He's ruining New York because it wasn't ruined before.
Yes, because all those other mayors did help
so
out.
well.
Did so well. Yeah, they did so well. Look, Ma, he's holding a child. I think he's choking the child. I don't think he's holding it. He's doing
like Cuomo, Governor Cuomo, send sick people to your grandma's nursing home, killer.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, New York was doing so well before. I think Joey said something like this before, but basically just like fuck it, like just let it happen. It can't be any worse than what they've been doing.
Hey, Mano. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, like, I mean, it's not a surprise that he got in, but like, I think he just started doing stuff that like people are like, oh, why is he doing this? It's like, I'm sorry, did you not see the signs on the way in that said, this was gonna happen? No, we couldn't see that. Well, I don't know what to tell you then, because your eyes were closed. Yeah, how come no arrest for? You're never gonna see arrests. If you do, it's going to be for someone who's willing to take the fall, but you're never going to see the arrest you want. That's the other thing, too, is like...
arrest who and for what? Because you start arresting people, then both sides start arresting each other, and then that's just open conflict.
Yes, let us have both parties arrest each other, and then we just kick them out. You know, they used to tar and feather people back in the day. What happened to that? What happened to that? Seems like they don't like to tar and feather people anymore, or at least show them like you're not in charge of us, we're in charge of you, or otherwise we can dig King George V back from a grave, and you can go spend time with him. Well,
No,
shenanigans.
people got it flipped now. They got it flipped around now.
That's why I became an more like an arsonist, really, not an accelerationist, more like an arsonist. You're just like sink the ship already. Well, but my thing with that is that you're probably going to see about 80%, 80 to 85% of people in the U.S. not survive if that happens.
What you're talking about though is if like we had like a total power outage. If there was like a civil conflict, I mean, like how many people participated in the first American Civil War? It was only like 5% or less, right?
You're asking someone who doesn't know history well. I apologize. I do not know.
If,
Maybe.
if I'm not mistaken though, the first American Civil War, it was one of our bloodiest wars in our history,
Yeah,
and
the North
yet
and South.
only a
Yeah.
small percentage of our population actually took part in it.
Right, but you still had all the casualties in between, and that's the issue. It's like you had people who were
We also didn't have the internet and instant
Yeah.
communication, so it could
Yeah.
look different.
It is what it is. I didn't want this. Nah, I think a lot of people would agree with you, but do realize that what you're asking for is going to involve you, and if you're not well prepared to take care of yourself for years on out, you're asking for something that's going to kill probably 80 to 85%, maybe 90% of the US. Because a lot of people are not going to survive that. Right? You want to talk about power? You know what happens when a power goes out? You hope and pray it comes back within a week's time. Power doesn't come back in a week's time, you're in trouble. Power doesn't come back within a few weeks' time, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Because grocery stores aren't going to save you. And if you haven't stockpiled or anything else, 10 to 15% of population, maybe. I think there's still going to be a lot of people. This time will be much worse. Yeah. He's talking to 10 to 15% of what you were talking about, the American Revolution.
The Civil War. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, point being that there wasn't a large percentage, but that's also the scary thing, right? Is you don't need a large percentage to actually call it a civil war.
Mm. No,
So we don't need half the country to go up in arms and start killing each other. We only need 10 to 20%.
I think you would need. Yeah, I think about 20% would be right. 20% of the.
That's scary, right? So we only need. I'm not saying need as in like we got to get this done. I'm saying we only have to have 20% of the country fucking just snap, and then it's conflict. That's not a large percentage, you know?
Yeah, but again, that's like. And Sig says, sparing me my kids, not asking, just wanted to rip the bandit off. I understand that, but again, you'll say you can say better than me than your kids, but your kids are going to be involved either way. Like, there's no way around it. Like, what was that one movie with Viggo Mortensen? What was it called? The Road or something like that? I think it was Viggo
If I'm not
Mortensen.
mistaken, during the Revolutionary War, the British came for our founding fathers' children.
Yeah. Well, just think, Jacob. Just think of the Civil War, right? Like, if you were on the Union side and the Confederates came through, you better hope and pray you ran, otherwise your family's dead. Like there is no man's land between these places. Like, people will die.
Well, and there's good reason for that too, though, because you can't. It's the same. I've talked about this on the show. Why do all these other countries hate us? Because we bombed their parents, and now they've grown up, and they're like, yeah, I remember when I was younger, and they killed my friend's family, or they killed my family. And you do that in war. You leave the family behind. That just breeds resentment and a problem later down the line.
Yeah, and I think that's. I mean, if you want to see like just an example of things, like just look what happened when the whole COVID stuff hit us, right? Like, our supply chains are fragile. And I'm not talking like fragile like glass. Well, maybe. I'm talking like fragile like you just move like a little centimeter, you look like a millimeter, crash. Burn. That's how fragile our supply chain system is. And COVID proved that we got pretty close. If it comes to civil war, there's gonna be a lot of people dead, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the side because innocent people are gonna be killed, and that's that.
Yeah, and I think Republicans are far too cocky when it comes to the Civil War talk because just because you disagree with the people and think they have a bad ideology doesn't mean they don't have the same capabilities as you. They're also people, you know?
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Republicans have the thought in their head that, oh, we have more guns. Um, that's not entirely true. And they would also, if something popped off, they would still be able to get guns. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it also depends on, like, you know, this is all theoretical, but
Yeah.
it depending on who's in power at the time when things kick off too, they would
Yeah.
have control of the military. So
Isn't that what the movie Purge was trying to show? Well, maybe not. There's like rules with it, but I think there was like supposed to be like that. I know the premise was like there's like one day a year people could go wild and just you know do whatever. And I never saw the movie, so don't ask. But but I mean, it's it's just a thing where any day is a day the edge of the knife could tip over and you're basically asking for it. But I don't know. I can't say I know how to prevent it, but I do know that if people aren't willing to do something to change their government that they have, then civil war be civil war it be, and a lot of people are gonna die, and that includes children. A
yeah.
lot of people died. Old people, young people. There were what was it like in the civil wars? Like kids as young as 16 years old were called to war. Can you imagine that being a 16-year-old called to war of a war you had no part of, didn't want any part of,
Well,
and
and then
all.
you can go even further with that. What of our adversaries or perhaps even our own allies taking advantage of a conflict like that, arming the side that they align with most ideologically, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, technically during what we think was like the a Revolutionary War, the French sided with us.
Exactly. And it was because it was beneficial to them.
Yeah, yeah. Although it kind of ended up biting them in the butt when Germany took over. So
But to the point, if we have conflict here, that would open up other countries
oh,
to, you know, exploit that.
I mean, you think China's bad now? Wait until Civil War happens. China
Oh,
will
Taiwan gone instantly.
Not only would Taiwan be gone, but China would love to have us because it's all the resources and stuff.
Hmm.
Like they'd love to have another country, and that's billions of people. You like we may owe debt and all this stuff, but you don't think? I mean, there's the little stuff on the inside, like the marijuana stuff and all that. Like China has stuff going on now, but if you don't think they won't crack this egg wide open when the time comes, right? You are mistaken. You are mistaken because China, if they ever were given an opportunity, if something like that came along, they're going to crack us wide open and you will not have a country anymore. Let's just leave it at that. You will not have a country anymore. Yeah, Mano says, look at Ukraine. Yeah, you look at Afghanistan. Look at Iraq. I mean, it's just you have these examples all over. Like, look at these smaller places. Like, the United States is not that small, sure, but you go into civil war, that's going to destabilize a whole lot of things. And China, and I don't know, maybe Russia will do something about it. We'll just become their play dolls. You have you'll hear that. You remember if you've ever played the game Fallout, the saying will be war never changes. And
Yeah.
you may be people who get to see it up hand, and there will be blood, and there will be some on many people's hands who thought they'd never see it. So not a nice thought, but it's what the other edge of that other side of that blade will be. Um,
Yeah.
okay.
I was just gonna say what I think about a lot with topics of Civil War and like World War III and stuff is like the technology that would be on display during that. You know, even with what we just saw with Venezuela. I don't know if you've seen some of the reports of the technology that the United States allegedly used.
Mm. That When they got the
We used a sound weapon that disoriented the guards in the palace and basically made them start bleeding from their all the orifices of their head, and they couldn't really move.
mm, sounds like that the weapon thing was in the first Iron Man movie. We had to wear like,
Right.
yeah, something like that.
But my point being is like things like that will start to happen where we'll start hearing about new weapons being used because uh we'll start having more advanced conflicts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Hey, thank you, Ron. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, raid.
Ron Burgundy, but not the Ron Burgundy. Channel 4 News. But anyway, but I think there's a lot of danger in asking for something to. I mean, if you want to, yeah. Oh yeah, you too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. But yeah, my thing is like, while it may be nice to rip off the band-aid, remember what you're asking out of that. Like, civil collapse may sound like a great idea to kind of start over clean, but the problem of it is that I don't think you have the people to kind of start it over clean. You don't have the
Or even
mindset.
if you do, it's not something that can happen quickly.
No, how long do you think it took to even get to where we got now with our rules and stuff? Like, it took quite a while.
Yeah.
And you want to try to restart that over? It's like, I'm not dismayed against it. I'm just saying got to start thinking critically, because it's a very it's a very catch-22 with our country.
Just abolish all laws except for the founding laws found in the Constitution. Just abolish everything. We'll start from there.
There you go. Tear down the Three Reasons Circus and just start from a different circus. But we're already there anyway. But anyway,
Yeah.
it is. What circus will that be called? That it's called life, son. It's called life. It's not a very fun circus,
Then we
Dad.
can go for another 250 years.
Yeah, there you go. We got another 250 years, if even. But anyway, it is the top of the hour again, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing the thing we did before, but then we're gonna start winding down because it is getting to that point in time, and I've got to start hitting the hay because I got work in the morning. So anyway, beyond that point, I have the good Tyler stuff here. So if Tyler, you want to reiterate yourself, like you're a rap legend or something like that, some.
No, absolutely. Thank you, Daramuth, for having me on. It's been a pleasure. And you guys can find me Tyler Today News on YouTube, Rumble, X, all that good stuff. Check me out for gaming and news content. I've done some debates and interviews as well. So yeah, check that out. And I'd be happy to come on again. That was fun.
Yeah, definitely. I always leave that door open, but it's always a scheduling thing or whatnot. But yeah, I always leave that door open because there's always more to talk about. Always more to talk about. But again, his links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side, because that's how I do it. As you know, one of the funny things I found too, uh, have coming on other people's streams, not a whole lot, but a few. Sometimes people won't put their guest links and stuff in their description. And I think the one time I saw someone just put in like their StreamYard affiliate link, and I'm like, "That's it?" like,
Uh,
like you have a guest coming on, and you can't even put their stuff in your description to showcase, to like say, "Hey, this person's here. You can find them here." Like, even if it's just for the one episode, like you can. I mean, it's
yeah,
just
if I'm gonna do an interview, you would think the person being interviewed, you would have like contact or like socials
yeah.
attached, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I know you mentioned something earlier, like YouTube and the links and stuff, but like fudge that. Like, if you're gonna be on my show, at least the least I could do is at least put your stuff where people could find you, because
Right.
that's just ridiculous. But like, I was on a few shows where that was like my. I mean, I didn't say anything at the time because it's like it's their show, whatever. But it's like it just seems very rude that you invite somebody on your show and you can't even put their links in your description, and you're willing to put your StreamYard one in, but you're not willing to put your guest links in the description. So what does that say about you as a host?
Right.
I just don't get it. But different mindsets. But regardless, his links right there. Go check them out. Mostly you can probably find them on Twitter X, but obviously the YouTube and Rumble are there as well. So there you go for that. Let's see. no, I gotta go down. Oh, that's right. For my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, if you don't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, all the good stuff. Anything that helps that engagement factor, that's what a like is. That's what a comment is. Anything that helps with that helps with being seen more because, many content creators like being seen a lot. All right. Sometimes I like to be seen a little, sometimes I like to be seen a lot, and sometimes not at all. But that's only during vacation. Um, so
Fair.
I'm on vacation. Leave me alone.
I've taken some breaks recently. Like we were talking earlier about burnout. It happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only felt like a burnout at times where like I was doing too much and then I pulled back.
Well, yeah, no, I was doing too much. So I had some burnout.
Yeah. It's sometimes you just have to recalibrate yourself and find where your why is at and all that stuff. But regardless, every bit of that helps not only with the engagement factor, but it also helps with having other people on like Tyler, like Joey, like so many other people. Again, over 300 various guests, creator or not. I talk to all sorts of people all over the world. All right, I'm global at this point. Okay, global. Mr. Global, that's what they'll call me.
There you
Don't
go.
don't call me that because people are like he's globalized. He's globalized. No, that's
He's a
not what that means.
globalist.
He's like he's been global. He's got that globalization they keep talking about.
It's what Alex Jones warned me about.
He's a frog. He's turned gay.
Oh no. Terrible. Unfortunate.
Oh goodness. But anyway, any help with the engagement factor on the other end is much appreciated. So I thank you very much. And of course, I gotta find my links. Hold on. Almost there. There we go. So here's my link tree. You can go there. You can find my Twitter X email, link to Discord for DMing, nothing else. Don't really use it for anything else. And also my Rumble and YouTube link are in there as well. Again, all my stuff is in there. I don't have my TikTok one, but I don't promote my TikTok because I just put my old stuff on there. I don't or my new and old shorts. I don't really do much with it. I'm not gonna stream to TikTok. Let's just leave it at that. All right. Not gonna do it. I already had enough trouble. There were times where I had my short taken down for some odd thing, like a community strike violation or whatever, and I was like, I appealed it because like nothing in what you described I'm breaking. Like most of my stuff is commentary, and I got a reverse. So yeah,
I've heard a lot of issues like that with TikTok. Do you think it's just like their automated system, or
I
do you
think
think they're just not
well,
good business practices?
well before the thing over to Ellison of Oracle, it was more their automated system. It felt like it was their automated system because you could have a short in there for a few moments and then all of a sudden it's like, ding, this is what you're dinged for. It's like there's nothing within this ding that's even remotely in there. Do we talk about drugs? Yes. But am I explicitly saying you should be taking drugs? No. And so you'd have stuff like that. And yeah, I could easily get that. Now, I think it's more of like the transfer over to the American side because was it Ellison something from Oracle had bought it, and so now that technology transfer over and all that stuff, it's going to be causing problems for quite some time until they get that worked out. So there's that.
Yeah.
I think at first it was the algorithm, their AI moderation, and then after that, I think it was just the transferring over from Chinese to American, which surprised they got away with that, to be honest. But anyway, but you've heard us talk, but there's all my links in there on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. And of course, like I've talked before, I am part of Proton's partner program. I am promoting Proton Mail. If people don't know what Proton is, a very privacy-based company. You can go to that link. You'll see more detail about Proton Mail. Like there's a lot of good stuff that they offer. Like look, I have had Proton Mail for a long time. I have rarely, if at all, gotten any spam. Right? Rarely or at all have I ever gotten any spam. And guess what? When I have gotten spam, I knew it was spam. All right, you could easily tell, like the wording and stuff. It's just no. But I rarely get spam. You can use something like an email. No, it's not that. That's past Proton. But like they clean the link, they clean the trackers from your mail. They actually, funny enough, they'll actually show if the email you receive is a phishing or a what's the other one? It won't show if it's a scam, but it'll show like phishing or if the domesticate.
Scam?
No, not scam. It's like there's a phishing part, and then it's like if it doesn't go through like the domestication, whatever that word is, um, domain stuff. It doesn't go through the domain stuff very well. It'll tell you like this is a little off. Like I ordered pizza from Domino's once, and it said like the domain thing didn't go through right or something like that. But it's still Domino's, so you'll have stuff like that. It will tell you about that stuff. So I don't know if it exactly warns you about scam. I haven't seen that, but I mean the rarity of you getting scam is nigh. Like you rarely get it if at all. So there is that. But it's good for all bunch of stuff. So if you go there, I believe you can get you know what? We can do this. We can do this. Hold on. Let me get the link. Ha! Let me get the link. Ha! Let me show what's there. Ha! Let me show what's there. There we go. Okay, here's what it looks like. So this is what when you click on that link, this is what you're going to be shown. All right. Get premium end-to-end encrypted email for $1. Keep your conversations private. Create up to 10 email addresses. Protect your identity with aliases. Get 15 gigabyte of email and cloud storage. Enjoy priority support and custom email domain. All right. Ad-free, always free, right? Even if you use the free one. Highest standards of privacy. You can switch to Proton in one click. Open source and independently audited right there. And for using this special offer, you can get it for $1 a month. All right, just to use it. Like there's a free end, right? But this is like you get more with Proton Mail. Here they even show you like advanced email, mobile apps for all your devices, free calendar included, no data harvesting, no ads, and then encryption messages or email, block trackers and marketers from spying on you, free VPN included, protected by strong Swiss privacy laws. So if you want to give it a look, you just follow that link and you can look at all this stuff here. And again, it's worth a try even for the free side. But if you do decide to take the pay side, guess what? For bill that $1 for the first month and renews at $5. So it's like $5 is nothing. That's like a cup of coffee. I know a lot of people say it's just a cup of coffee, but I mean, to be honest, for something that gives you a lot like that, all those great offers, it's kind of worth it. I use it on a daily basis. So again, the choice is yours. I just offer you a path to a tool that I use on a daily basis, and I believe does a really great job. So it's right there. Give it a look. And if it's worth your time, you can save some money on it. So there you go. And the next thing is biltong. If you don't know what biltong is a South African snack. It is. Well, I didn't. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't see that there. Okay, it was bright. Yes, I know it was bright, but at least it'll have a burn into your brain that hey, this thing's like for $1 for the first month. All right. But yeah, thank you for that.
At least you know he checked it out.
Yeah, at least you know I checked out. See, you get to see it for yourself. The page exists. But again, Biltong USA, they sell biltong, which is a South African snack. Like it's like a beef jerky, but not. It's much healthier for you. You can find a whole bunch of stuff on their website from the UK, from South Africa, a whole bunch of stuff. Great stuff to find. I actually had the gentleman on, Anton, who owns the business. He actually is from South Africa, but he's a legal immigrant, and he owns a business down in Texas with his wife, and they run it and do all this stuff, and they make great stuff, at least from my perspective. But if you're wanting to try, it's the link is there to give it a look. So, and you can use code DAR to save 10%. So there you go. And in the house is the man himself, UB Legend. Coo. He's in the house, everyone. He has come by to say hello. UB Legend, how's it hanging? How's it hanging? Well, you're in time, but we're coming to the close, good sir. We're at the final countdown. You got 5 minutes left, and we're gonna be throwing that ball to the free throw line, man. You gotta be hitting it in. I want to see like some Harlem Globetrotter thing going on. You got to do a pretty good skill to get that basket from half court. All right, that's what I'm saying. Chilling, nice. That's real. Looking forward to spring. Well, it's warmer here. It's like almost 40 degrees. So I'm like, yes. So there you go. But again, that is for that. And of course, tomorrow at hold on. Of course, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be having on a gentleman by the name of Brett Murphy. Met him through the Pickaxe side, which is another place I'm at. But he's on the Pickaxe side. He'll be coming tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Will be interesting to see what we get up to, just like today, and we'll get up to we'll get up to chatting, and Tyler will be playing this game.
Oh yeah.
I was like, why is the image moving so much? Like, oh, he's playing the video game, isn't he?
Look, I got an attention deficit disorder. Okay, like I need to multitask.
You gotta get like one of those square fidget things, like you can just do all your just
I
finger.
have magnets. I think they were stolen.
Better tell your girlfriend to stop stealing your magnets.
She did steal them.
Honey, where are my magnets at?
Where are my magnets?
Like it reminds me of from The Incredibles. Like, honey, where's my super suit? Where is my super suit?
They don't make them like they used to. The Incredibles movie is a classic.
Oh my gosh, Samuel L. Jackson, man. Oh,
Neurodivergent said question.
Oh yeah, Neurodivergent. Yes, they'll play into later. Let me get there first. Neuro, and thank you. NDO. I just shortened it down because that's too much to write. Thank you, Neuro. I appreciate it. Probably the first rant I've gotten in a long time, but that's okay. So what happens there, Tyler? The last thing I do with my guests before I ride off into the sunset, like at the end of Indiana Jones and what was that one with Sean Connery? The Holy Grail, I think it was. But anyway, so what happens is that I do a thing called questions from a hat. That's right. I have a hat from Rumble. I bought a hat from Rumble, and I've put a bunch of questions aside. So what happens is that you, my guests, get 2 freebie questions. Is that right? Those freebie questions, because I'm just so generous, and because it's just costs too much. But regardless, I am on YouTube, but I'm not monetized. I'm not there yet, that monetization point. So that'll be quite a bit. But if you're on the Rumble side, guess what? You can give a Rumble rant to get another question out. Now, it doesn't matter the amount because, I may not get one of those $500 ones, but you can always hope. It's always a dream. Have a dream. But anyway, we do have one here from the great Neuro who says, question. And young man, I will take your question after the questions I give. You'll wait your turn. But so that means, Tyler, that you get 3 questions. So are you ready, good sir?
Sure.
And I'll try to ask the same questions I asked Tyler, except in a weird way. Not really. Question number 1 right here. 2, and Rumble denied me. Really? Really? Wow. Now remember though, the sign up, they changed it. So what happened is they changed the sign up for the rants, the billing stuff. Like you have to, so when you put your card and stuff, you have to like re-enter your card numbers every time. And so what I did is I just saved for later purchases, and it keeps it in, but like I just sent a rant. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't see it. But yeah, they really need to fix that more than trying to make a Rumble wallet, which doesn't help the current people now. Oh yeah, come use crypto. Majority of people don't use crypto because it's not a normal use. Like it's still technology complex. So
Yeah.
that. But regardless, let me try one more time. Well, don't do it too many times, otherwise they'll lock you out. So just be wary of that. And I may have the Rumble wallet open and stuff, and that's just in case. But I don't expect people to send me crypto, and you don't have to either. You do what works.
I do the same. Just to have the option available, but I don't expect it.
Yeah, just to do what works best for you. That's what's important. But anyway, first question: if your pet, it worked. Look at that. He got another win in. Look at that. Now that makes it 4. It worked. It worked, Neuro. You beat the system. There you go. One for Neuro. Another one for Neuro right there. Where did I put my other one? Oh, there it is. All right. So, first question is, if your pet or pets could talk, what's the first thing they would say to you?
If they could talk, what's the first thing they could say? They would probably say something about food and how I don't share enough.
Why do you have to be such a selfish master? Man, that's just so awful.
The one French fry isn't enough as they see me scarf down the entire cheeseburger.
They just look at you when you put your burger down and it's like, and you're just like, what? What's going on?
Earlier, I was cooking bacon and they're all staring at me. And then what I did is I just went over and I filled the dry food up. And it's like, no, you get this. I'll have the bacon.
Me, bacon, you, kibble.
Yes. Dry kibble.
Dry
bagged.
Goodness. Question number 2. If you could instantly master any musical instrument without practicing, which would you pick?
That's a really good one. I've always loved the sound of flutes. So I would say flute.
Flute.
Like a flute or a recorder, one of the two. I know they're different.
Yeah. One's made of metal, one's not made of metal.
Is that the difference?
Well, it just whatever hurts the worst when you get beaten with it, just let me know.
So metal. It was.
Now, class, we're gonna try with the flute, and it is made of metal. Let us see what more damage this can do. Oh, ow, oh, ow, oh, Lord, help!
I don't know. You might be able to do more damage with the plastic, right? Because like it's plastic, it might snap off, and then you have a shiv.
Okay, that's true. That is true. You could do the same. You could do the same with the other one as well, but it's much harder to snap in half.
Much harder to snap that one. You're likely to snap some bones before you snap the metal.
That is. You could be beating a dead horse at that point when you get done with it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to shiv anything by the end of that. I think it's done.
Deserve this, you dirty son of a. And that is how we know it was death by flute. Question number. Sounds like Clue. It was Mr. Green in the ballroom with a flute. How did he kill with a flute? Don't ask.
You don't want to know.
You know
Some things don't need answers.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that scene from American Pie where he goes to visit the girl he likes at the band camp.
Oh no.
And she's trying to teach him how to and so he's playing it, and then she sticks a tuba up his butt. She sticks like the mouthpiece up his butt. He's like, oh, okay.
I haven't seen that in so long, but yeah.
And the funny part is that later on, that like one of the camp counselors is coming up, and so they have to run out, but they forget to clean off that bit end.
That's terrible.
And there's like this old guy camp counselor. He comes in, he sees it, then he picks it up to play it, and he puts his mouth to it. We're just talking about instruments. That's what it reminded me of. Was remember that moment. It was like, you know, that one time in band camp.
No, we're not talking about that one time at band camp.
Oh, that's too funny. Question number 3. Question number 3. If you could have any superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it?
See, like, well, obviously, this is something I've put some thought into, and I don't want to be the generic super strength or the flying. Right, my power would be to create portals.
Ooh, nice.
I want to be able to create portals. And what would I use it for? Fucking everything. Like something's in the kitchen, whoop whoop, fucking portal it.
Man.
So I need to get to work, fucking portal to work. Want to go visit somewhere? Portal.
Bam.
Yeah.
Magic.
So because you think about it, right? And you could use portaling is like the ultimate form of teleportation, because I could teleport using it, but I could also teleport other objects.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah. I'm curious, what would your answer be to that?
Well, no, when you said that, it reminds me of the movie Jumper, which had like Samuel L. Jackson, Christian Hayden in it. It was about where you could jump you could basically jump to different places, and you could leave behind. Like they had a machine that had to make it visible, but you could basically leave behind sort of like a sort of exit portal,
Like
whatever,
a thread.
like a thread of some sort. But it's basically called Jumper. It was made ages ago. Oh my gosh, it was so long ago. But it's basically sort of like that. But it was like, but then you could have like sliders, right? If you remember sliders, where they had the portal that could take them to a different alternate universe and all this stuff. So you could have something like that. But yeah, I was thinking more like wormhole, because teleportation, it comes back to that question of, are you the same person when you
I would say no. I would think the if you were to realistically have teleportation, I don't think it's the same person coming out the other end. I think it's like a clone. I think that's how teleportation would really happen, is they just incinerate wherever you're leaving from, they incinerate you, and then you get cloned or teleported to the new location, right?
well, now you have to explain, like, how do they remember all that? Rumbling.
They
Yeah.
would have to clone you. We would have to figure out how to clone someone's brain, and then that way there's not a paradox. Like, what if a glitch happens, like a connection fucks up and it doesn't incinerate the original you, and you're like, oh, guess it didn't work, and then come to find out you're on the other planet doing what you were trying to do.
I gotta go back again, Scotty.
So now there's two of you.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? Some people would like two of themselves. Listen, all right? Let's just put it this way. Alice Eve, two of them, you get the picture.
Well, look, if there was another one of me, he probably would be my best friend, to be fair. So
it'd be like the brother you never had.
the twin brother you never had.
It'd be like a double mint commercial, like double the pleasure, double the fun.
Oh, no.
Double mint. Was it double the pleasure, double the fun? Double mint gum. There you go. I can't remember it.
You just get a whole gang of yourselves, you know. They have roaming packs of the same dudes.
Hey, we heard you're not paying back the rent, eh? Well, we're kind of. Hey, pre-tax, how you doing? But we're kind of like, we're here to collect our tax, huh? So you need to pay up. Why are there several of you? Because sometimes one's not enough. Ain't that right, Tony? Hey, Tony, it's right too. Come on, let's get this guy. Let's
I'm
go.
just saying, that'd be great. You'd be able to work 7 days a week, 80 hours a week, and then you would actually only be working a day because you just have to go once. You'd have 7 of you for each day.
But that's a lot of food to eat, though, unless you can like reabsorb them. Then that's,
you know, it depends on the job. You might be able to afford it. Maybe you can work, you know, like 4 jobs, and then you're just rolling in the dough, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't feel like going to work today. Can you go for me? Like, I got you. Can you go to my shift tomorrow?
Yeah, take that portal. Take that portal. It'll get you there faster.
Yeah, I would love to portal to work. I'd miss all the traffic on the freeway. They've been doing construction on the freeway. Oh man, it's been quite the inconvenience.
Listen, one of my clones went wild, and now they're arrested for public indecency.
Oh
All
no.
right? That's how it went. Neuro said, I'd clone me, but just for body parts. Wouldn't want 2 of me around.
See, that's a good point. You could have a clone of yourself, and then like just freeze them, and then you can unfreeze them when you need them.
Yeah. Hey, look, I just lost an eye. Well, guess what I have?
Oh no, I just hit 80. Good thing I had a 30-year-old version of myself frozen.
Now I must put myself inside.
Oh man,
Anyway,
that's actually how we unlock immortality. It won't be through robots. It'll be through cloning.
And bringing your memories with it. The last one is, last question, unless someone gives a over rant, is, what's a book that changed your perspective on something?
Book that changed my perspective on something.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't read a lot of books. not gonna lie. A book that's changed my perspective.
Could have said War and Peace. That could have been something.
I've never read that.
The Life and Times of Tyler Today News.
There we go. My autobiography.
I remember back in the day, 4 years ago, I was a young man, strapping man, and then the hill caught me and I was so old.
Three Blind Mice. It changed my perspective about special needs people and how you need to be careful around puppies and women.
Oh goodness! Is Is this you also sing the song too? Three blind mice, three blind mice.
Yeah.
Mom, tell Dad to stop singing. No, I'm coming on the good part, children. I'm coming on the good part. You see how they run.
Oh no.
Oh man, I'm not gonna try to sing rest because I don't remember the words. But anyway, that is the end of that. So thank you all for that. And of course, Nero says 1984, an Animal Farmer for me. Well, you know what? Charlotte's Web. That's all I need to say. But anyway, that is the end of the show. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern with Brett Murphy. It's going to be a great time. But again, thank you, chat. Thank you all in the chat for coming by. Thank you to all the Raiders as well. Thank you so much. And of course, big thanks, big ups to the big man himself. They call him Tyler. I call him Ty. Someone's going to get smacked in the middle. Tyler, today news.
I changed my answer. 3 little pigs. That's that's my new answer.
No, you can't change your answer after
Damn
the fact. You can't. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You can't change your answer once you've given it.
Unfortunate. Well, I gotta live with it now. No regrets.
No regrets. There was a time when I almost saw everyone say something that had been the Bible. Charlotte's Webs was a good book too. Yes, it was, and it wasn't as daunting as the Animal Farm. All right, let's just put it that way. But anyway, and like I said before earlier, and of course to all my guests, you're always welcome to come back, good sir. There's always more to talk about. It's always just a time or whatever, but that can always be worked out. So I look forward to having you on again. And again, guys, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern with Mr. Brett Murphy. Now, of course, as you all know, gosh dang it, will you stop being jittery? Stinking back end. As you all know, where is it? Oh, there it is. Technical stuff on the back end. As you all know, I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. If you've never heard of Pogo before, or you have, his link to his channel is down below. It's only on YouTube, unfortunately. He has Bandcamp stuff and all that, but he hasn't created anything in a while new. So if you want to see his stuff that I use, the link is down in the description below. And he has so much more. Great artists and all that stuff, but unfortunately, eventually ran off by the internet. So, not a fun thing to hear, but it's what happened. But anyway, I end the show with One Day With You. Have a great night, everyone. Again, see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And take care. Bye.